And belted to right field by Feezer. This one is high, back, and gone.
Rounding third. There will be a play at the plate. The slide. He's safe at home.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by
Hy-Vee, Larry's Heating and Cooling, Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance, Ben's Brew Station, 1919 Root Beer, Fairfield Inn and Suites and the Holiday Inn Express in Yankton, Triple Time Rudy's, Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance, South Dakota Office of the Attorney General, Vision Real Estate, Missouri River Associates, First Chiropractic Centers, First Dakota National Bank, the UPS Store, Conkling Distributing, SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, Avera, Mayor Signs, Vision Care Associates, Truxedo, MT and RC Smith Insurance, Olson's Pest Technicians, Parker Hannafin, Midwest Insurance Agency.
Now, we go live to the action with SDBA and NSMA Sportscaster of the Year award winner, KYNT Sports Director, Bryce Ladwig.
And good evening again from Riverside Field, day 2 of the Lewis and Clark Classic. And we have our Pool A Site Championship in front of us here shortly. Yankton, again, playing Ashland, a rematch from yesterday's evening matchup. I'm Bryce Ladwig alongside Brayden Butler. This is the Hy-Vee pregame show. Hy-Vee, with a helpful smile in every aisle. We are up in the broadcast booth, and that is brought to you by Fairfield Inn and Suites and Holiday Inn Express in Yankton. Get great rates and flexible reservation changes by calling the Fairfield by Marriott or Holiday Inn Express Hotel Direct, 605-653-2250. It's time for our standings review, brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. It's Rhonda Westland State Farm. As I welcome in Brayden Butler. Brayden, what are we looking at with all the pools right now?
You know, obviously this is our site championship. Second time we get to see Ashland and Yankton go at it, and that was a 6-2 ball game last night. Yankton did lead 5-0 at one point. Ashland battled back a little bit, but ended after 6 due to I believe it was a time thing that ended it. It went over the hour 45 limit. I don't believe we're going to have a time thing here in the site championship. We're going to go all the way through and play it to either a run rule or the natural conclusion of the game. But look at how Ashland got here. Just a big win just recently. They were down 5-0 at one point in the game before us. End up winning 13-5, 13 unanswered runs for Ashland to pull away there in the site semifinals to punch their ticket here to the site championship. As for the other pools, in the Vermilion pool, Sioux Falls West and Del Rapids battled in the first site semifinal. West won that one 1-0. No score update yet from Brandon Valley against Legacy, but the winner of that will play Sioux Falls West in the site championship in Vermilion. And in Crofton, Sioux Falls East defeated Dakota Valley 8-0 to punch their ticket to the site championships. They will face either Lincoln Southeast or Tabor, depending on the final result of their game. No results yet posted for that as well, but both those games are either currently in action or, if they did wrap up, just wrapped up. So we might not get final scores for those for a little bit here, but if they get updated before we get rolling here officially in our game, I can give you updates on that. But as for the Complete Classic Championships tomorrow, the winner of this game between Yankton and Ashland, and then the winner of the Crofton site and the winner of the Vermilion site get automatic bids. A wild card team will then be picked to round out the final 4. I assume the wild cards will be picked from the 3 losers of the site championship games, but you never know how those tiebreakers will work out. But should be interesting to see which 4th team gets that wild card spot tomorrow. Yankton's got a good chance to be them if somehow they do slip up here, but they want to just punch their ticket and guarantee a spot tomorrow in the Lewis and Clark Championship 4, so to speak, which will be played right here at Riverside Field.
All right, thank you, Brayden. We'll talk more about this matchup moving forward. The Pool A Championship here in Yankton with a spot tomorrow on the line in the Lewis and Clark Classic Championships. I'm Bryce Ladwig alongside Brayden Butler. We'll be back here on KYNT and KYNTV.
FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT, Yankton's home team.
It's Hy-Vee's 3-day meat sale this Friday through Sunday. Get our special recipe brats, 8 for just $10. Pork chops, just 99 cents. Table Makers chicken breasts, just $1.99 a pound. George's chicken leg quarters, just 59 cents a pound. Whole boneless pork loin, just $1.88 a pound. Plus, save on bacon, ribs, chicken grillers, and more. Save in-store and online, Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee. Some restrictions apply.
I love 1919 root beer. It's the best over a big scoop of vanilla ice cream. My favorite is just ice cold 1919 poured over crunchy ice. It's so refreshing. It's the creamiest root beer ever.
1919 root beer is the perfect treat. Brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients. It's the creamiest, full-bodied, alcohol and caffeine-free draft root beer available. It's a taste tradition since, well, 1919.
The Boathouse is for everyone. Axe throwing, mini bowling, shuffleboard, beanbag, golf, pool, and darts. Plus awesome food and drinks with lots of cold craft beers and other beverages. Some say the Boathouse is the most fun you can have on land. Trivia on Tuesday nights, music bingo on Wednesdays with live music on Friday night. This is downtown Yankton's fun gathering place for all ages. If you can't be on the boat or at a Bucks or Gazelles game, then it's the Boathouse.
When the summer heat is on, make sure your cooling system is up to the challenge. Kaiser Heating and Cooling has the right solution for your home or business, whether it's a high-efficiency air conditioner, geothermal system, or reliable heat pump unit. For over 77 years, we've been keeping Yankton cool with expert installation and service. Don't sweat this summer. Stay comfortable all season long with Kaiser Heating and Cooling, Yankton's most trusted heating and cooling professionals.
Look at all the pictures of the resort you'd stay in every year. All you need to do is pay reasonable maintenance fees once a year. With any contract that you're signing, read and understand everything. What happens if you cancel? Can you get out of this contract? If you feel pushed into signing the contract, you need to stop and take a step back. If you have questions, contact the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Looking for fuel or more? Stop by Triple Time Rudy's, your locally owned convenience store at 17th and Broadway. At Triple Time Rudy's, they're proud to support the community, offering fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers and backing local activities and events. Inside, you'll discover regional favorites like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. Whether it's a quick snack, a tank of top quality fuel, or a taste of local goodness, Triple Time Rudy's, fueling your day, fueling the community.
The mission of State Farm is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. Hi, I'm Roy Wilcox with State Farm Insurance. We have been helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, we're here to help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Give me a call or stop by anytime.
Call Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance today, 665-7140. Find more at roywilcox.com.
All right, welcome back into Riverside Field. Bryce Ladwig alongside Brayden Butler. Let's get into your stats and focus. Brought to you by Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first. Located at 2701 Fox Run Parkway in Yankton. Or call 665-2020. Brayden.
For this stats and focus, I'm going to focus on last night's game between these two teams right here at Riverside Field. Yankton won that one 6-2. Looking at these stats as a team, Yankton had 6 runs on 6 hits, 10 walks as a team to 5 strikeouts, which was big for them. Boston Frick got the win on the mound, going 5 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 strikeouts, 92 pitches for him. Tate Bestie came in and threw 1 pitch, got to the out, and ended the game. So Tate Bestie did that, and then he pitched, I think, 10 pitches this morning. So his weekend's done after 11 pitches, but due to having multiple outings, but still under the pitch limit. But I digress. As for Ashland in that game, 5 hits of their own, 2 runs, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts as a team. Hunter Hatzenbuehler led the squad, 3 for 3 with a run scored for Ashland yesterday. Matthew Sheldon was the team leader for Yankton, 2 hits on 4 at-bats, 1 RBI. Gavin Johnson drove in 2 runs as well. So some decent stats. Both teams pretty evenly matched statistically in last night's games. Just a couple things went Yankton's way when they didn't go Ashland's way, and that's how Yankton got through as the top seed from Pool A here in the Yankton site.
All right, thank you, Brayden. And let's get into our... First, I want to thank a few of our broadcast partners, including Elwood Family Dental Care, where they take care of the entire family and are always welcoming new patients. Kaiser Heating and Cooling, be the wiser, and go with Kaiser. And we talked to Coach Drew Lawrence in our post-game, and that conversation brought to you by 1919 Root Beer, the creamiest full-body draft root beer available. Find it in convenience stores, grocery stores, or on tap at local restaurants. And brought to you by, we're just going to talk about it. It came up here and was very happy moving into the site championship. Did mention Frankie Edfeld will be on the mound today, and that everything has gone according to plan for Yankton as far as pitching is concerned. They haven't had to go into their bullpen, or at least drastically, and alter any of their changes getting through the Lewis and Clark Classic. So he's very happy about that.
Talk about just the lack of bullpen usage that's been necessary over these 3 games. Go back to game 1 against Hardington, a 13-1 win. I believe, and I'm correct, only 1 pitcher in that one, Owen Wishon, through the complete game. It was only 4 innings, but through the complete game there. Game 2 of this against Ashland last night, we mentioned it already, but in case you just missed it a few minutes ago, Boston Frick pitched very well, 5 2/3 innings. And I'm not saying that just because I think it's him that walked in here. And pitched almost the complete game. Tate Bestie comes in for 1 pitch. So I think the only reliever they've used so far through the 2 days is Tate Bestie, who's thrown a combined 11 pitches. So haven't not needed to go into the bullpen at all. That's due to some strong starting pitching for post 12.
Think his arm is okay?
Bestie?
Yep.
I don't know. They really wore him out. He was a workhorse.
Get the ice on it. Yep. All right. And thanks to our broadcast partner, First Dakota National Bank. For more than 150 years, they've been providing South Dakota families and businesses just like yours with personalized banking services. Member FDIC. And the Yankton Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home. We'll take another break, come back, and get into your keys to the game, key player of the game, all on the Hy-Vee pregame show. This is Yankton Baseball and Lewis and Clark Classic on KYNT and KYNT-TV.
A local business owner came into the UPS store with a large shipment of products for his online store. While they packed everything securely, he asked if they could also handle the international shipping. The answer? Of course they can. For over 9 years, the UPS store in Yankton has been helping business owners with both their printing and shipping needs. Whether you're sending a package across town or across the globe, they've got you covered. So stop by the UPS store in Yankton and ask them about their shipping services or current print specials.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
School may be out for summer, but now is the time to get your child's school and sports physicals. Beat the last-minute rush. Schedule your kindergarten physical and necessary vaccines, 6th grade physical and required vaccines, and for those entering 7th and 10th grade, your high school sports physical. Yankton Medical Clinic makes it easier than ever with online scheduling available 24/7. Or call today. School's out for summer, but let Yankton Medical Clinic help you stay ahead of the game by getting your school physicals now. So much care, so close to home.
Isn't it great when things work how they should? Like the award-winning free checking from FNBO. No monthly fees, no minimums, and no overdraft fees, ever. Online, in the app, on the go, or down the street. You be you, and we'll make it easy to bank your way and manage your account. Here's to simple, flexible, and free. Here's to checking that works the way you want it to. Visit fnbo.com to learn more or stop on by. FNBO Free Checking. Member FDIC.
Are you on track to retire? I'm Adam Walter, a certified financial planner with Vantage Financial, born and raised in Yankton, South Dakota. My team and I pride ourselves on building trust through clear, honest advice tailored to your unique goals. From retirement planning to smart tax strategies, we'll create a personalized plan to help you feel confident and secure about your financial future. Visit vfplanning.com or search Adam Walter Vantage Financial to schedule a 15-minute call today.
Vantage Financial Partners is a registered investment advisor. SEC registration does not constitute an endorsement of Vantage by the SEC, nor does it indicate that Vantage has attained a particular level of skill or ability.
Scratching your head when it comes to choosing health insurance for your company? Don't worry. Health insurance is what we do, and our benefits will grow and expand as your company does. With Avera Health Plans, you can count on competitive premiums and access to a broad network of care, including well-being support and mental health benefits. Our comprehensive business health insurance will make you look like the expert. Just ask your insurance agent or go to averahealthplans.com.
Looking for the perfect place to get together with friends and family, watch the game, and enjoy some of the best wings in town? Make plans to visit Checkers Sports Bar and Grill. Whether it's baseball, hockey highlights, or any other sport, your game day cravings are covered. Enjoy the action while you dig into mouth-watering wings, juicy burgers, and stacked sandwiches. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Checkers Sports Bar and Grill is Yankton's favorite spot for food, friends, and sports. Your game days belong at Checkers.
Have a large group or event that you'd like to offer clothing for? JJ Benji's can make you look good. Instead of you taking orders, collecting money, and then delivering the clothing, let JJ Benji's handle it all. JJ Benji's will create an online store with the merchandise you want to offer. People order, pay, and then JJ Benji's will ship it. You just provide a link or QR code to the online store, and that's it. Contact JJ Benji's in Yankton for more information.
Welcome back in here to the Hy-Vee pregame show on KYNT and KYN-TV. Hy-Vee with a helpful smile in every aisle. Let's get to your keys to the game, brought to you by Vision Real Estate, where their focus is always on you. Vision Real Estate is located at 605 East 4th Street, Suite 2 in Yankton. You can call them at 605-664-5555. Key today for Yankton, if they want to win the Yankton Site Championship, is just bringing those runners home. I believe it's 5 times over the last 2 days that Yankton has stranded the bases loaded at different points in their games. They just need to work on bringing guys home. They're doing very well at getting guys on base, and they're scoring a lot of runs. So at the end of the day, it hasn't hurt them that much. But in a big game like this, you want to get as many of those guys home as possible. It's going to be crucial today for Post 12. Your key player of the game, brought to you by Missouri River Associates. Looking for insurance agents that have the knowledge to point you in the right direction? Contact Missouri River Associates in Yankton. I'm going to go 2 for 1 on this one because I didn't talk about Frankie Entfeld's stats earlier. So he'll be your, defensive key player of the game. And then offensively, we're going to take a look at Beck Reichen, as Game Changer glitches just in time to not show me his stats. When heading into this morning's game, he was hitting over 400 on the season, one of the team leaders in on-base and OPS. I'll get you those exact figures as soon as everything loads up again. He's been a very good player for Post 12 this season. That number did drop a little bit after the opening game today, so Reichen now at 360 for the batting average, a 515 on base. That 360 batting average is 3rd on the team, 515 on base, 915 OPS, so just under 1 there. He's got 9 hits on the season, 3 RBIs, 5 runs scored, 8 walks drawn, which is tied with Mark Cottle for the 2nd most on the team. He's been very good offensively and defensively. If you're looking at fielding percentage for Beck Reichen, he's been involved in 23 putouts. He has a 962 fielding percentage. On the mound to start things today will be Frankie Entfeld. He's pitched 5 innings over 2 games, one of them a start. He's given up 3 hits, 3 runs, only one of them earned. He has 6 strikeouts to 4 walks, a 1.4 ERA, a 1.4 whip, and a batting average against him of .188. Entfeld, a great addition in the summer season, coming back as he is under that Legion baseball age limit. So after his freshman season at Mount Marty, he gets to come back and keep playing here at Riverside Field for Post 12. He once again will be the starter on the mound today. We'll talk about the full starting lineups a little later on here in the Hy-Vee pregame show. Big thank you to a couple of our broadcast partners, including Aztec. One of Yankton's greatest employers and friend of the community. Build a career with a group that's built to connect. From rock to road, click careers at aztecindustries.com. And Midwest Insurance Agency. See Travis and Whitney Devine at Midwest Insurance for your farm, home, and auto insurance needs. Call today to set up an appointment, 665-2389, or you can visit MidwestInsuranceYankton.com. We're counting down the time to first pitch of the site championship here in Yankton on KYNT and KYN-TV. We're going to take another break, come back in a couple minutes, and keep things rolling here on the Hy-Vee pregame show. This is Post 12 Legion Baseball, KYNT, KYN-TV.
I'm Colby Cookta, one of your Yankton Edward Jones financial advisors. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles on KYNT.
Call 605-653-4860 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs.
I'm Colby Cookta, financial advisor Edward Jones Yankton, member SIPC.
I'm Nick Shudak. I'm the Dean of Undergraduate Studies at Mount Marty University. We have a ton of scholarships, right? We mitigate tuition through our scholarships. The monastery is very generous in terms of some of the scholarships that are available to students. We do everything we can to make sure that we're an affordable, private, mission-driven institution, and our affordability is pretty comparable to many state institutions.
Start your journey at Mount Marty University. Schedule a tour online at mountmarty.edu. Mount Marty, where great futures begin.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966. And with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
If you've been suffering from chronic pain or a recent injury, check us out, Lane, Reed, and Cole Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.
We offer a wide variety of treatments and techniques, including dry needling, cupping, chiropractic adjustments, and sports rehabilitation.
Our mission is to ensure an individualized and efficient treatment plan to get you back on your feet. From ankle sprains and sports injuries to neck pain and headaches, we've got your back.
Give us a call or book an appointment on our website. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy.
Now located on Summit Street across from the high school.
Sherco, the industry leader in tarping, has done it again with the release of the all-new Sherlock E-Series electric tarp. The E-Series features fully assembled front and rear arms, a pre-wired sealed control box, and Sherco's exclusive SmartWire sealed harness for quick and easy installation. Operate the E-Series with the SureLink EZR remote or by your smartphone using the SureLink app. Add more time to your day with the Sherlock E-Series. To learn more, contact your authorized Sherco distributor or find us at Sherco.com. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
Here's the deal, renters. When you combine State Farm auto and renter's insurance, you can save an average of $642. You heard me. So you get the right coverage for your car and stuff at the right price for you. State Farm agent Rhonda Westland and her team are ready to help you combine auto and renter's insurance and save. Call 605-665-4411 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? Sports injuries can happen quickly, posing threats to your health and ability to participate in your regular athletic activities. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson from First Chiropractic Centers. Chiropractic care can provide pain relief from sore and aching muscles and lead to faster recovery after workout by easing the inflammation you experience, like stiffness, pain, or restricted movement. Visit with us about managing your sports injuries. First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
Don't you just love being pressured into buying something? Of course not. I don't either. This is Jamie from Larry's Heating and Cooling. Pushing you to buy is something we haven't done in our 44 years of being in business. Instead, we prefer offering you an honest, free, no obligation assessment of your heating and cooling system. And if needed, we'll quote you a fair price for repair or replacement. Don't like being pressured? Then call Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermilion.
Welcome back in here on KYNT and KYN-TV. Still counting on the minutes to first pitch here between these two squads. We do have the starting lineups, so I'll go over those shortly. But first of all, your colors of the game brought to you by Royal Sports Shop in Yankton. Need new uniforms for your school or rec team? You can call or go online to royalsportshop.com. Yankton in their red jerseys, white pants, red caps. Got white numbers and some stripes on the sleeves with black trim. As for Ashland, white tops, white pants, blue numbers and letters, and white caps for them as well. Looks like a blue bill on those caps as well. Umpires of the game brought to you by the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General. They are the law on the diamond. Umpires have been doing a great job, in my opinion, this weekend. Expect the same here in the site championship. Your starting lineups brought to you by First Chiropractic Center, making life better one adjustment at a time. They're located at 2507 Fox Run Parkway in Yankton. We'll start with the batting order for Ashland. Batting leadoff, playing left field, number 22, Hunter Williams. Batting second, the center fielder, number 8, Carson Holst. Batting third, the shortstop, number 2, Cale Smith. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, number 7, Hunter Hatchenbuehler. Batting fifth, the pitcher, number 17, Bowen Vogt. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 35, Cale Hoffer. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 9, Brayden Dunn. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 1, Jack Johnson. And batting ninth, the right fielder, number 12, Nolan Roberts. Catching today for Ashland will be number 33, Matthew McConnell. He will not hit for himself. The designated hitter will be Jack Johnson. As for Yankton Post 12 here in their second game of the day, here's how they'll line up in the field when we see them. Trey Sager out in left field, Easton Nelson in center, and Evan Sirk in right. Mark Cottle will play third base. He had a great game earlier today out there at the hot corner. Beck Reichen will play short, and Tate Bestie will play second with Easton Fieser at first base. Your battery today is Frankie Entveld on the mound and Gavin Johnson behind the plate. Matthew Sheldon, the designated hitter, will bat second in place of the pitcher, Entveld. That is your starting lineup for this site championship here in Yankton. And that starting lineup is brought to you once again by First Chiropractic Center, making life better one adjustment at a time, located at 2507 Fox Run Parkway in Yankton. Get your first pitch coming up hopefully here pretty soon. It'll be brought to you by the Boathouse, located in the downtown Meridian District, which is honestly right around the corner from us, basically, here at Riverside Field. The Boathouse is the most fun you can find on land. Head there for great food, fun, and drinks. If you can't be on the boat or at the Diamond, then it is the Boathouse. Going to take another break. When we come back, we'll be closer to first pitch. This is the Hy-Vee pregame show for Post 12 Legion Baseball in the Yankton Site Championship of the Lewis and Clark Classic. We'll be back after this break here on KYNT, KYN-TV.
Champions aren't just made on game day. They're built through every practice, every sprint, and every moment of hard work. When the pressure's on, you need to be at your best, and that starts with staying hydrated. Prime Hydration is packed with electrolytes, great flavor, and no added junk, helping you push harder, recover faster, and stay ahead of the competition. Whether you're on the court, the field, or training for the next big game, Prime keeps you fueled and ready. Don't just play, dominate. Stay hydrated with Prime.
Are fine lines and wrinkles making you feel less confident? Imagine a smoother, more radiant you in just one visit. The solution? Botox. Dr. Elwood at Elwood Family Dental Care is trained and experienced in providing cosmetic Botox to reduce fine lines in the facial region. Say goodbye to frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead wrinkles, and rediscover your natural beauty with safe and effective Botox treatment. Contact Elwood Family Dental Care today to schedule a consultation and see if you're a good candidate.
South Dakota football and volleyball season tickets are available now. The Coyote football team reached new heights in 2024, totaling 11 wins and earning an appearance in the FCS playoff semifinals.
Bauman fires deep, got a man open. It's Jack Martins. He's got it. He's in. Touchdown, South Dakota.
Volleyball continued their tradition of success, appearing in their 5th NCAA tournament. Join the fun and secure your seats at GoYotes.com.
Ever have one of those days? Your car breaks down, your dog decides your couch is a chew toy, and oh yeah, a tree falls on your roof. Don't worry, Missouri River Associates has you covered. Auto, home, pet mishaps, we're here for all of life's little oops moments. Call 665-6885 for your free quote.
because life happens, and we're ready for it.
The housing market is constantly changing. I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and with 20 years of experience, I'll help you navigate the ever-changing real estate environment. Whether you're thinking about buying or selling, my experience and attention to detail will guide you through the process. Let's find you the right home at the right time. Call me and we'll talk about your home needs. Deb Speck, Vision Real Estate, 605-664-5555.
Hey, this is Les Norman, former Kansas City Royal. I was in town for the Pass It On baseball clinic and had the honor of staying at the Fairfield by Marriott. And I have to say, one of my favorite places ever in all of my travels. It is super clean. It is beautiful on the inside, and the staff is top-notch. They're incredible. They're very kind. They remember you. The rooms are clean. The beds were incredibly comfortable. The showers were hot. The food was great, and I even got a workout in. So I highly recommend, if you get the chance, stay at the Fairfield by Marriott right here in Yankton.
Get it cleaned with Buell's.
Dress shirts, suits, dresses, coats. At Buell's, they specialize in dry cleaning and pressing. You can pick it up or even have it delivered.
Got a tough stain you're worried about getting out? Leave it to Buell's. They're experts in getting out those nasty stains.
Do you wash your own comforter? If you really want it clean, let Buell's do it. Their large-size washers are perfect for comforters.
If you need it clean, take it to Buell's. 444 West 3rd, Yankton.
Moody Motors in Niobrara is here to help with all of your automotive needs. Whether that means getting you into a nicer vehicle, servicing or repairing your current vehicle, or any auto body or glass replacement needs. If you are in the market for a nicer vehicle, we finance all new and used vehicles with very low interest rates. Moody Motors in Niobrara, your one-stop vehicle shop. View our inventory online at moodymotor.com.
You're in the mood for Moody.
All right, welcome back to Riverside Field. Time for our first pitch. Bryce Ladwig alongside Brayden Butler here this evening.
That's what they call me.
Yes.
Well, it's one of my names.
That we can say on air.
Yeah, usually I just got called a dumb, whatever.
Frankie Infeld on the mound, mentioned him. 0-0 record, 1.4 ERA. He has started one game, has appeared in two, five total innings pitched. Has given up 3 runs, 3 hits, 6 strikeouts, and 4 walks so far this season. Yankton team stats. Defensively at 94% in the field, 2.94 ERA, 1.43 WHIP as a team. And, of course, our last game, Frankie Infeld's last game on the mound was on June 1st versus Harrisburg. Pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs. One of them was earned, 4 strikeouts. It was no decision over 67 pitches. Yankton would win that game 4-3 as the first pitch of this game is in there for a ball. First pitch, temperature 78 degrees, winds around 9 miles per hour. Frankie Infeld. Next pitch misses also on the outside, 2-0 count. And it's Hunter Williams at the plate for Ashland, left fielder. 2-0. Misses high, 3-0 count. First batter of the game. Hunter Williams in their last matchup yesterday grounded out to third, flew out to center, grounded out to second, flew out to right. So he's see if he can hit all the positions here today. 3-0. And draws a walk. That's another thing on the bingo card for him. Ashland will have their first runner on.
And a leadoff walk isn't how Frankie Infeld wants to start out there on the mound. He's got a good arm, a live arm, lanky thrower from the right side. And at times in the past, I've struggled with location, but seems to have really cleaned that up. Just a little struggle there.
And now it's Carson Holst at the plate. And Holst, I don't have him registered for anything yesterday, so our first time seeing him takes a strike 0-1.
I believe he pitched game 1 yesterday for Ashland, if I remember right. Not against us, but in their other game.
Oh, okay. But against us, no. I was like, I don't have anywhere on here.
So I think they were just resting him that game. If memory serves me right, he pitched against Hartington.
And a quick throw over, nothing there. Sliding back in safely is Williams. Frankie checking back over his shoulder again. Delivers home, showing a bunt is Holst, and it's called strike anyways. He pulls back 0-2.
Took me longer than I'd like to admit to realize the umpires are wearing American flag umpiring t-shirts or pullovers, whatever they are, polos. Umpire attire.
The kit, you know.
The stars and stripes, all right.
Next pitch misses outside. It's a 1-2 count.
You know, there's one thing we've learned for sure this weekend, Bryce. It's that Yankton's got a lot of pitchers that it looks like they can trust in big moments. And they haven't thrown Mark Cottle this weekend. They haven't thrown Beck Reichen this weekend. We still haven't seen Sam Goki pitch at all in the summer season. And the pitching has been almost a strong point of Yankton's so far this year. And those are the three guys who pitched the most in the spring season.
It's true. It's a 2-2 count to Holst right now at the plate.
I say the most. Cottle wasn't third in innings pitched, but he was the main closer. He pitched in a lot of big situations.
And infield. Has this one delivered, and this one's sliced foul. Count remains 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no one out, 1 runner on. Here at the top of the first. From the stretch, Infeld delivers. Ow! That's right off of the forearm of Carson Holst.
Missed the elbow pad by about 6 inches. So I mean,
I'd sue.
What's it good for at that point?
I'm suing at this point. That hurt.
I'm suing. Is that I believe that's Evo Shield or whatever is that brand. So they're getting a lawsuit coming their way. Make the product bigger.
And that brings up Cale Smith, so 2 runners on.
They're going to check out his forearm over there at first base. That was a that was a loud shot to the forearm there for Holst.
Frankie, that's assault, brother.
Just got charged with a misdemeanor because of a baseball pitch.
So Cale Smith, in his first, the game yesterday, a couple lineouts to left field and a pop out to first. Can have a change of fortune here with a runner in a scoring position. Misses high and inside 1-0. And just like, hopefully it's the same situation, but Cale Gary, Owen Rashawn, even Boston Frick, like all the pitchers, they've done such a great job in this Lewis and Clark Classic, but they've all had kind of a rough first inning. And right now, Frankie Infield's continuing that tradition. Hopefully we've seen him settle in, though, easy, but next pitch misses 2-0.
I think, Boston got himself some trouble early, but he's the only one who got out of the first inning clean so far with no runs.
Andrew Lawrence waving off people. He wants a one-on-one with Frankie. Mound Visits brought to you by Kaiser Heating and Cooling. Be the wiser and go with Kaiser.
We've used the Yoda reference. We've used the Mr. Miyagi reference. Who's another famous mentor from an 80s movie? I feel like Doc Brown is a little too crazy to go with here.
From 80s movie?
Yeah. I guess Star Wars is technically a 70s movie. That's wild to me.
Morpheus. But that's Matrix. That's 90s, but still.
That's close enough.
Morpheus. You know, I do look at Drew Lawrence and I go ahead and say, you know what? It looks like Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, that's the one that comes to mind.
Doppelganger.
The 2 people Drew Lawrence most looks like. Lawrence Fishburne and
Mr. Miyagi.
And his assistant coach, Trey Creer.
In 2-0, swinging through is Cale Smith.
I mean, they got the same, obviously, the hard hats.
They do that on purpose. I know they do.
The shades, the beard.
They're like, hey, what style of shades are we wearing? We doing the beard? Yeah, the same exact getup. Cool. And the 2-1 now. Cale Smith at the plate. And butt is put down. Infield can't get there in time. Cottle has to scoop that one up at third. So bases are loaded. Infield single for Cale Smith. And no one out. This is turning into a rough situation. We'll get the bullpen going already as they're going to send Cohen Zarbach to warm up. He did mention that before in our post game as well, is that if he needs to get thrown in there, he will be who they go to.
You know, it's interesting, almost a direct comparison to this morning. It was Cale Gary on the mound, who struggled early on, was able to settle in and pitch really, really well for the rest of the game. But when he struggled in the first inning, Zarbach went to warm up, and it was Frankie Infeld who was warming up with him in the bullpen. Now the roles are reversed. It's Gary who's helping Zarbach warm up, while Infeld is trying to settle things down on the mound himself.
Maybe no one on the team just wants Zarbach to come in just to mess with him, and so every time he goes, they're like, hey, I can't let this happen.
Everybody's just messing with Cohen.
They're like, man, never mind, buddy. And the pitch into, I think we were mispronouncing it yesterday, Hatchenbuller, because that's what they put on their scorecard.
Hatchenbuller, all right.
No, there's 2 L's.
Buller?
Yeah. Hatchenbuller. That's what they wrote on the scorecard. I don't know. If that is incorrect and you're a family member of Hatchenbuller, just blame your coach, whoever wrote the scorecard, because that's what I'm pronouncing it as. 0-2.
I'd say text me, but I'm not giving my number out over the air.
It is 6:05.
No.
Oh, yeah. The 0-2 and a strikeout as Hatchenbuller is set down, swinging through.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but no, it's not 6:05. Not in this area code for that phone number.
Yeah.
Now, if you use context clues of things I've said before,
I wonder what it is.
I wouldn't know.
Bowen Vogt at the plate, left-handed batter, and the pitcher, so pitcher-on-pitcher action here. If Frankie can Houdini his way out of this one, that is pretty impressive.
And they'll probably sit Cohen Zarbach down from warming up for the second time today.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's like no one wants to be the one to have him come in. And call strike 1-1 count.
It's the ultimate just team gag against Cohen. Like,
oh, yeah, nothing with him as a performance. I want to make that clear. I'm talking like he's like, all right, I'm getting warmed up. They're like, nope.
Nope.
Call strike 1-2 count. And the 1-2, Frankie delivers. Grounder over to Bestie, over to Reichen. Double play not there. Run does come across to score. 2 things. One, the throw was off target to first, but also I think that Vogt beat it out anyway.
Yeah, but Vogt would have beat that one out. It ends up being an RBI fielder's choice for him as he gets to the first base bag. But good on the Yankton defense, getting it out behind him, almost turning 2 to get out of the inning clean. And now you can just put all your focus on this batter here, hoping to get out of it with just 1 run on the board.
Cale Hoffer. We'll have runners at the corners, 2 away. Ashland now leading 1-0.
I believe that's Nathan Daniel coming in over there at first base. So courtesy run for Vogt, the pitcher. I know you have the full roster over there, so if number 5's not Nathan Daniel, please let me know. But
it is Nathan Daniel.
There we go.
Until it's not. Called strike 0-1.
Until he switches a jersey.
Yeah.
Hoffer, the first baseman today here for Ashland.
And Hoffer takes the 0-1 for a strike. Count now 0-2. .255 is the number combo.
I wonder if Zarbach sees the writing on the wall too, because he's just soft tossing now. He's not even really warming up.
0-2, call third strike. And Frankie Infeld strands 2. And damage is limited in that half inning. Could have been a lot worse. 1 run does come across the score on 1 hit. No errors, and 2 runners are left on. Ashland leads 1-0 going into the bottom half of inning number 1. Thanks to our broadcast partner, Graham Tire. If you notice issues with your vehicle, don't hesitate to call the service experts at Graham Tire, because they do more than sell tires. With Graham Tire of Yankton, your auto service and tire store next door. And the UPS store, offering packing and shipping, plus printing services, mailboxes, and direct mail services, helping small businesses reach their goals in Yankton across from Walmart. And inning breaks are brought to you by Rise Fuel. Packed with essential vitamins and nutrients, Rise Fuel gives you the power to push harder, go faster, and perform better. Fuel your ambition and unleash your potential with Rise Fuel. Back in 30 seconds here on KYNT and KYNTV.
Boston Shoes to Boots is your locally owned family shoe store located in downtown Yankton on Cedar Street. We offer the service and quality product to fit the whole family. Whether you're in the market for athletics, dress, casual, or work, come shop with us 6 days a week or shop online all the time at bostonshoestoboots.com. Try out our foot scanner and get fitted for insoles. Happy feet keep you healthy and on the move. Boston Shoes to Boots is proud to support Yankton High School athletics.
All right, welcome back to Riverside Field. Gavin Johnson will get us let off for Yankton. Yankton team batting stats, 273 batting average, 455 OBP, 790 OPS. 9 stolen bases as the team, 2 team home runs. And as Brayden likes to say, a partridge in a pear tree. Gavin Johnson.
Leading off, bottom of the first.
Yeah.
Second pitcher, number 22, Gavin Johnson.
Sorry, I got a text from Josh Butler. Finally went to a doctor because he's been dealing with illness, and he just referred to them as league sources.
And hit over 2/3, a G5-3 in the scorebook. You ever figure out why there's like fluid in his ears?
That's
I'm
why
putting his business out there.
No, that's why he went. Yeah.
Because every time, the reason I'm saying that is because anyone would know. Because if they talk to him, they realize, why is he looking at me at a 90-degree angle?
why is he shaking his head like that? But no, they got it figured out. But yeah, he referred to the medical professionals as league sources, and it caught me off guard.
Matthew Sheldon takes a strike. Sheldon DH today.
Did we just break HIPAA? Anyway.
No, I'm not a doctor.
We're not medical. Yeah, no, we're not professionals.
Well, I could just be a bad person. I mean, it's fine.
No, I'm just a terrible friend. I'm not breaking the law.
Matthew Sheldon takes a ball on the outside. It's a 1-1 count. Like I said, maybe it was kind of not out there, but here's the thing. Anyone talks to him, they're going to be like, either something's wrong with this guy or something's wrong with his ears. And this one is in the dirt, 2-1. Because literally he would just be looking at me. Well, obviously, no one can see what I'm doing, but just literally like, eh.
Kind of looked like Stewie in Family Guy when the Upside Down Face episode.
Yep. The 2-1 to Sheldon, and he wears one in the back. Hit by pitch. Second one today. Not for him, but in the game.
It feels like Matthew Sheldon's been hit by a lot of pitches this year. Do they keep that stat on Game Changer? I might look that one up.
This game brought to you by Bengay.
Brought to you by Icy Hot?
Yep.
Ouch back.
Beck Reichen steps to the plate. Had an RBI in the last game. And has a strike here, 0-1. And now a vote. Delivers ball on the outside. And the 1-1. Breaking ball misses high, 2-1 count. Nice little crowd out there in right field in lawn chairs. With the lawn chair posse. Left field slacking over there. I mean, there's some over there, but gotta pump those numbers up. And the 2-1. Pitch brought down, 3-1 count.
Funny enough, that's where the Yankton coaches, both Creer and Lawrence, were posted up in the right field area too. When I was out setting up the camera during the last game.
Nice.
Got some nice shade over there.
3-1 to Reichen. Dribble over to first, and Hoffer has it, and it'll be advancing Matthew Sheldon 90 feet to second with 2 away.
Feezer can find, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, it's already over. You did it, man.
I've already ruined it.
You ruined it. Easton Feezer up.
If Feezer can find a gap here, you could tie this game up.
To Feezy, Easton Feezer. Here to break hearts and knock in runs. There we go.
He's all out of hearts.
Pitch misses on the outside, 1-0.
Maybe, I don't know what the kid's personal life's like.
Yeah.
Sports is merely a window to look at these guys' life, Bryce.
He's a Vikings fan. That's all we need to know. It's good by me.
He's known heartbreak, then, that's for sure.
Yeah. 2-0 count. Ball misses on the outside.
He also knows the Minneapolis Miracle, which is one of my favorite plays ever. One of my favorite sports edits is the Minneapolis Miracle set to the song from the Titanic.
2-0. Misses all 3-0 count.
That first My Heart Will Go On hits as soon as Stephon Diggs hits the Are You Not Entertained in the end zone?
Oh, yes. Stephon Diggs, what a basket case. And the 3-0. Ball misses low. Easton Feeser draws a walk.
Oh, Stephon Diggs was on a yacht recently. Everything was above board on that yacht, if you ask.
Just a mess, man. He's like
he's a Patriot now, dude.
He's like Diet Antonio Brown.
That's not the Patriot way.
He is Diet Antonio Brown. Just like something new every day. You're like, what now?
Bill Belichick would have cut him.
Oh, yeah.
He's doing his own side quest in North Carolina now, though.
Talking about someone else who's just lost it.
I'd say he's living his best life, honestly.
I don't know, man. There is a rumor he might be being held hostage. So the old one.
There'd be worse people to be held hostage.
Oh, my God.
Anyway.
God, it's an 0-2 count. Trey Sager at the plate. And the 0-2. Sager up the middle. Base hit. They're going to send Sheldon. The throw will be way late getting home. And Yankton ties it up at 1. Trey Sager, RBI single.
A huge hit there for Sager, back up the middle. Brings in Matthew Sheldon, ties us all up, and still runners in scoring position. Now a runner in scoring position for Tate Bestie. He's been hitting the ball very, very well to start the season. I believe he was second on the team in batting average coming in today, right around 380. Or coming into this game, right around 380.
Brings up Tate Bestie. Go ahead run, standing on second base. A 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Tate Bestie at the plate. Thanks to our broadcast partner, Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with the vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. And One Office Solution, the one source for all your office products, including copiers, furniture, and office supplies. One Office Solution is located next to Pizza Ranch on Broadway in Yankton. It's a 1-1 count to Tate Bestie. Pitch misses high and outside, 2-1 count. On deck, Evan Cirk. Beep, beep.
The Roadrunner, the Muscle, whatever you want to call him.
Also was watching now, like, what the? And this one hit out toward right, and in foul territory, it is nabbed there by Hoffer. So a P3 in the scorebooks for Bestie, but Yankton does tie it up. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on. But again, knotted up at 1 apiece. Scoreboard update brought to you by SWAT, Chiropractic, and Rehab. Their #1 goal is to make each patient feel at home and know they're truly there to help you live a healthier, pain-free life. It's a go-to place for specialized wellness and therapy. Visit them at SWATChiropracticandRehab.com. Back in 1 minute, Yankton Post-12 Legion Baseball, KYNT and KYNTV.
Looking for a reason to build a new home in Yankton? Well, we have lots. I mean Garden Estates lots. Garden Estates is a new home development on the west side of Yankton. We have 89 lots available starting at $36,500. These lots are perfect for the first-time home buyer, younger families, or retirees. Yankton is a great place to build, and Garden Estates is the location to build your new home. For more information on Garden Estates housing development, go to yanktonsd.com.
Hey, why are you in the garage?
This storm is bad. I'm worried about the garage doors.
Come on, what could happen?
A lot. Hail could dent the doors. Like that. And high winds could bend the doors or even break them. Like that.
So when that happens, what happens?
You call Upper Midwest Garage Door.
Upper Midwest Garage Door offers reliable storm damage repair for residential and commercial doors. We're an authorized Clopay dealer serving eastern South Dakota. Visit us at uppermidwestgaragedoor.com.
Frank Yidfeld delivers to Brayden Dunn.
Solid name.
Yeah, Dunn's a pretty good last name.
Yeah, you got Adam Dunn. Former NFL running back Warwick Dunn.
Wait, were you talking about Brayden?
No, never.
Okay. The 0-1. And ball misses outside, 1-1 count. I'm not going to do it, Brayden.
Hey, Bryce. It's a plane flying over.
I'm not going to do it. And the 1-1.
There's lore there.
And And pitch misses, 2-1 count.
I like to refer to inside jokes as lore now because it sounds more mysterious.
Frank Hinfeld delivers the 2-1. And strike called in the upper end of the zone, 2-2.
Something I've realized doing broadcasts with you, Bryce. Color commentary Brayden and play-by-play Brayden are two very different people.
They are. Well, you can say the same for me. Sometimes I just disappear. Like, wait, is Bryce still there?
Yeah, no, I'm here. What's up?
Yep. And ball misses on the outside, 3-2 count.
I think color commentary Brayden just has too much time to think about things.
Well, then on my end, I think it's because I've talked, opened things up. I'm just kind of like, whew, another hit by pitch, and that.
I think the Evo Shield did its job on that one.
Yeah.
No lawsuit coming that way.
So hit by a pitch. I'm really jealous of Frankie. I always want to throw it. I always wanted to throw at a Brayden. Brings up Jack Johnson.
That's a threat.
And
I'll sue you too.
It's a promise.
That's the plans for Monday in the office.
That's a spoiler.
Calm down, Paul Heyman.
So Jack Johnson.
This is the guy that rode upside down. It's the Curious George song.
Why am I not seeing where Jack Johnson's playing in the field?
He's the designated hitter.
I have Matthew McConnell's a catcher.
He's hitting for McConnell. So.
Oh, that's right, because they made my life weird. Got it. Jack Johnson. Okay, anyway. So 1-0 count to Jack Johnson. Call strike man's breaking ball in there. It's 1-1 count. 2-1-1-3-9-7-2-9.
369. Rest of the song.
I'm going to start bringing those like big college cardboard signs we're talking about. And the 1-1. Pitch misses high.
Speaking of football, I watched a Tim Tebow edit on TikTok. Came up on my feed as I was sitting here waiting for this game to start. Really got the blood flowing.
1 second. Why are they calling the combination to a hitter?
Maybe they don't have signs for like hit and run and stuff.
I suppose. And the 2-1. Taking away like elegance of baseball. And call strike 2-2.
Yankton is traditional. I think they've used codes once or a couple times, but like it's mainly the signals. As I'm watching Career give signals to the catcher right now. But
Dude, I don't think they have to worry about. Honestly, I don't think anyone is videotaping the signals at this level. And
we are.
Pitch misses inside, and runner takes off, and pretty nice throw from Johnson, but not there in time. Nice jump from Dunn. Stolen base.
Yeah, slid head first underneath that tag. Bestie, I think, was able to get the ankle of Dunn as he was sliding by, but he was already on the bag by that time. As the fastest Brayden at the ballpark, I can guarantee that.
And payoff pitch. Pitch misses and outside, and a walk is issued. So Frankie Infeld getting into some trouble here in the top of the second.
And same situation he was in the first inning, kind of reverse order. Top of the first, walked the first batter, hit by pitch on the second batter. This inning, hit by pitch on the first batter, walked the second batter. So hopefully he can settle in here.
And see if Zarbach goes out to warm up and if Frankie starts calming down on the mound.
Just see Zarbach head into the pen. All right.
Just add to that, as you like to say, the lore.
The lore. Lock it in real quick. Looks like we're going to have, looks like there's a meeting between player and coach down there. That's Nolan Roberts, who's supposed to be stepping into the batter's box here when we get things going.
All right.
Fans are getting restless.
Just asking him for his Netflix password. There we go.
Well, if they live in the same town, if they don't live in the same town, Netflix will shut that down. I know, because I was using my buddy's Netflix to watch Monday Night Raw, and he moved out of state. I can't have it no more.
Oh, so you had to be in the same vicinity?
Yeah. Well, I guess him moving to Colorado and me still living in Yankton just wasn't close enough.
What if it's a daily commute? First pitch, and Frankie Infeld. Turnaround throw, nothing there.
My daily commute from Colorado to Yankton. So, it's just a nice little 7-hour commute daily.
Costs you money to work.
I drive all the way here, and then I immediately turn around, drive all the way back, and then I get 8 hours of sleep, and I do it all again.
Yeah. Think of all the Netflix you could, illegally watch while driving.
Oh, there's still ways to get there. Just, That's neither here nor there. I don't know about them personally.
Frankie Infeld. sends it, and bunt is put down, and they do not get the out at first. Tate Bestie can't cover, and we're going to have 2 runners doubled up over at third. So Gavin Johnson, thinking about how he wants to play this, sends it over toward second, and they're going to get someone. I think they're going to get the lead runner.
Someone's getting out here. They're the middle runner, and smart by Yankton's defense. They know how tricky it can be when guys start running off the bags, and especially one that's on third, the chance to sneak home.
Classic Little League issue, 2 runners sharing a bag.
And Drew Lawrence was to talk to the head of the umpire behind the plate. I wonder if Drew's arguing that the ball got knocked out of Tate's glove because he had some contact with the runner, but I don't think he's going to get a call he likes.
That's it. Triple play.
Next to the plate is the top of the order.
I'm calling it triple play. Runners at second and third. It's a 2-1 lead for Ashland. And call strike.
Did somebody score on that?
Wait. What?
Yeah, scoreboard says 2-1, but I think it's only 1-1.
Where they get a little ahead of themselves on the runner coming in?
Because I think that's still done at third, and he was the leadoff hitter.
Yeah, because he didn't go home. That was the whole point.
Yeah, so no, it should be 1-1. They'll get that fixed, but...
Yeah, because I was thinking that too. I was like, wait a minute.
It's like, what? I'm looking at my scoreboard like, what did I miss?
So a fielder's choice for Nolan Roberts and Hunter Williams at the plate. And Frank Hitfeld delivers. Then over to second. Bestie up with it. Throws over to Fieser. Scoop in the ground. And it's 2 away, but now a runner does come across. Now it's 2-1. Dave Bestie's had a couple of kind of low throws just in this half inning from the field, but Fieser able to scoop it up over there with that giant glove.
But yeah, Bestie's already a busy guy over there at second. You know, if there was no net and I was a little bit higher, Bryce, you'd be looking for a new color commentator.
Yeah.
You'd also be looking for the paramedics to get up here and get my body out of the way.
I would continue to be looking for a new color commentator, is what you're saying?
You already are? I knew it. The search just gets expedited a little bit.
All right. And at the plate, Carson Holst was hit by a pitch. Borderline assaulted his last at-bat, 1-1. Glad to see his forearm still. And he's hit by a pitch, and the runner comes in, but it's a dead ball.
They are the law on the diamond, Bryce. Brought to you by the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General.
So many things just happened where I'm laughing at myself, and also so I'm talking about Holst being hit this last pitch, and I'm like, yeah, borderline assaulted his last at-bat. As I say that, he's hit by a pitch. The runner tries to come in to score, and then was it a coach or someone in the audience?
I think it was the third base coach that said that the home plate umpire didn't call it.
Did he say, I have all the time in the world to call it?
I have all the time in the world to call it.
So dead ball.
Umpires, once again, brought to you by the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General. They're the law on the diamond.
There you go. So Carson Holst continues to be just pelted by baseballs today. He's at first. Runners at the corners. 2-1 lead for Ashland. 2 away here in the top of the second. Cale Smith, who singled in his last at-bat, at the plate.
And Holst might want to take the magnet or whatever out of his pocket.
And swing through that one. Holst dancing off first.
I think they're going for a hit and run there with 2 down, maybe trying to get 2 runs across this inning, or this one swing.
If Yankton is way early, but just scenario-wise, get to a second. Ball misses low. Runner takes off, and it's cut off, and the throw home, and Bessie's throw off target, and Gavin Johnson tried to make up for it with a kind of a swinging tag, and he can't hold on to the baseball. Runner comes in Nolan Roberts, and a 3-1 lead for Ashland. I was going to say, if Yankton would end up dropping this game, they still actually have a chance to make the championship Sunday as a wild card, but there's way too many variables for us to do that math right now.
Hindsight being 20/20 on that play with 2 outs, the runner going from first to second kind of pulled up there late to keep the attention. If he just got tagged, it still would have been the inning. Obviously, you're not thinking about that in the moment. You're trying to get that run at home, but
Yeah, that's a good point.
no shame on that one. Just play was behind Bestie at that point anyway. There's no shame on it. Just bringing it up.
Let's go, Cal. Let's go, Cal. Come on, two. Let's go, baby.
And the 2-2. Hit out towards center. Working his way under it is Nelson. That's third out. So F8 in the scorebooks. 2 runs on no hits and no errors and 2 runners left on. 3-1. Ashland leads going into the bottom half of inning number 2. Thanks to FNBO, the Great Big Small Bank, as well as Yankton Thrive. Yes, there's a thriving business economy here in the Yankton area. Your one source and resource for all businesses, from retail to manufacturing, is Yankton Thrive. Inning breaks brought to you by Rise Fuel, packed with essential vitamins and nutrients. Rise Fuel gives you the power to push harder, go faster, and perform better. Back in 1 minute, Yankton Post 12 Legion Baseball on KYNT and KYN TV.
It's never a good time to find yourself stuck on the side of the road. When you do, call Gary's Towing, your trusted family-owned towing service, serving the Yankton area for over 50 years. Whether it's light, medium, or heavy towing, they've got the right equipment and the experience to get you back on the road fast. Day or night, call Gary, Mike, or Mason, 665-4351. Gary's Towing, where experience means reliability.
Looking for your next leadership opportunity? Parker is looking for a second shift value stream team supervisor. If you've got leadership skills, manufacturing experience, and a drive to improve processes, this is your shot. Parker offers paid vacation and sick leave, 13 paid holidays, medical, dental, vision, supplemental, and paid life insurance. Guaranteed profit sharing and a fully matched 401k up to 5%, fully vested on day 1. Plus, a company paid retirement income account. Apply today at parker.com/careers.
Parker, engineering your success.
Welcome back in here, KYNT, KYN TV. It's a 1-0 count to Evan Sirk. The 7-8-9 hitters due up for Yankton. That's Sirk, Cottle, and Easton Nelson coming to the plate this half inning. Quick 2-0 count here to the right fielder. 2-0 pitch. That one finds the zone, making it a 2-1 count here from Bowen Vogt, going into his second inning of work. Ashland leads this one 3-1 here in the bottom of the second. 1 run in the first, 2 runs in the second inning for the post 129 Blue Jays. Trying to remember the post number there. Here's the 3-1 from Vogt. Misses the zone. Sirk's going to run down the first base line as that one got away from the catcher. Paying attention, might take the turn for second, but he's going to hold firm at first. Leadoff walk brings up Mark Cottle. Cottle, sac fly, RBI, a double, a run scored in his last game. That was earlier today against Zig Drywall. Takes the first pitch for ball 1 for Cottle. Get some words of encouragement from the dugout. A little aggressive, but you got to love it. 1-0 misses high and away. I've been trying to identify who does the most chirping down there for post 12, and right now I think that's Cale Gary you're hearing most of. Here's the 2-0 to Cottle. High and tight. Had to get out of the way. 3-0 count now to Cottle. Cale Gary's got a future as an auctioneer, I think. That one misses outside for a ball. Back-to-back walks start things here in inning number 2. That brings Easton Nelson to the plate with Sirk on second and Cottle on first. Nelson scored a run, walked, and was hit by a pitch in the last game. Stat line wasn't kind to him. Says he officially went 0 for 1, but he got walked and hit by a pitch in his other 2 at-bats. So not much he can do about that one. Mound visit here being made by Ashland. Mound visits are brought to you by Kaiser Heating and Cooling. When it comes to heating and cooling, be the wiser and go with Kaiser. Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton.
Beautiful day, a beautiful evening at Riverside Park.
Looks like Evan Sirk and Easton Nelson are talking to head coach Drew Lawrence down the third base line, trying to put a plan together. Trey Creer probably relaying that same plan to Mark Cottle there over at first base. Sirk has the lead runner, though, and Nelson at the plate. Cottle, caught in the middle, is pretty much at the mercy of the batter and the lead runner right now. Has to react to how they play.
Well, no outs, runners at first and second, and at the plate is Easton Nelson.
Nelson steps in. Back in the box, but pretty close to the plate. Vogt comes set. Stares long and hard at Sirk at second. Fires in a strike. 0-1 count to start things to the Yankton center fielder. Top of the order, Gavin Johnson on deck with Matthew Sheldon in the hole. Be the second time through the order for them. Here in the bottom of inning number 2, Yankton trails 3-1. Here's the 0-1 from Vogt. Nelson shows bunt, pulls back, and it's a ball called. Vogt for the 1-1. He steps off. Sirk's already taken off. Nobody's covering third. Sirk slides in safely. Runners at the corners. The third baseman creeped up as Nelson has shown that he's going to bunt a couple times today. Third baseman creeps up. Pitcher steps off. Sirk takes off, and nobody's there to cover the bag. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. Big steal there for Sirk. Nelson now could cut this lead in half with basically any contact with the amount of speed Sirk has at third. Corner infielders playing in. Well, first baseman's covering the bag, third baseman playing in. That pitch misses outside for a ball. It's now a 2-1 count. This is the zone for a ball. 3-1 count now. Here's the 3-1 to Nelson. He was taking all the way, and that one hits the zone. Full count now to Yankton's center fielder today. Been the center fielder for most of the games so far in this Classic, and most of the Legion season so far, I believe. Here's the payoff pitch from Vogt. Nelson gets a piece of it, fouls it off.
Please bring that ball back to the concession stand for $2.
Nelson staying alive in the battle. We'll get the payoff pitch, part 2. And Nelson sends this one into center field. It's dropping, and it will drop for a base hit. An RBI single for Easton Nelson moves Mark Cottle to second base and scores Evan Sirk from third. It's now a 1-run ball game.
Nobody out. Yankton with runners at first and second. To the plate.
Big hit there for Easton Nelson. Back to the top of the order goes post 12 with Gavin Johnson at the plate now. Matthew Sheldon on deck. Beck Reichen in the hole. Yankton impressive here to start the bottom with a second 1-run game. It looks like we're going to get a mound visit here from Ashland. Mound visits once again are brought to you by Kaiser Heating and Cooling. Be the wiser and go with Kaiser. That's Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. And it looks like that's going to be all for Bowen Vogt today. They'll make a pitching change and some adjustments out in the field as well. We'll get those changes for you as soon as we can, but Vogt's day is done. We're going to take a break here on KYNT and KYN-TV. We'll be back with all the information you need in 60 seconds. This is Post 12 Legion Baseball in the Lewis and Clark Classic on KYNT, KYN-TV. Back in 1 minute.
Buying a home isn't just about real estate. It's about investing in yourself. At the Move Group, we believe the best time to buy is when it makes sense for you. Our expert agents put people before transactions, meaning we listen first, provide honest guidance, and help you make a confident decision. No pressure, no gimmicks. Markets change, but the right home is about more than just numbers. It's about finding the right fit for your life and your future. When you're ready, we're here to help. Contact the Move Group today.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT and RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Welcome back on KYNT and KYN TV. Cale Smith will toe the rubber now. He comes in from the shortstop position. To make some adjustments out in the field. We'll try to get those as soon as we can. Looks like Brayden Dunn will move from second base to shortstop from the looks of it. Game Changer does not have updated who is out there at second right now, and there it is. Looks Hunter Williams now at second base with Jack Johnson moving out to left field. It's a 2-0 count here quickly to Johnson. First batter that Smith has seen today. The 2-0 pitch on its way from number 2 as he kicks and deals. Johnson sends this one up. Elevator shot behind the plate. Catcher McConnell gets underneath of it for an out. Out number 1 here. A P2 for McConnell behind the dish brings up Matthew Sheldon with 2 runners on. And Sheldon has the power to give Yankton the lead here with a deep shot. Doesn't even have to go over the fence. Cottle at second base and Easton Nelson at first. Nelson's got a lot of speed over there at first. He can get all the way around with the right shot. Here's Smith, fires home, misses in the left-handed batter's box. Both runners take off, and that's going to make it even easier to score if Sheldon's able to get one into the outfield. Nelson on second base, Cottle on third after that pass ball. Now for Sheldon, a base hit. In theory, should score 2. Call from the Ashland dugout, telling the infield knock it down if they can, trying to save a run. Corner infield's going to play a little more in. First baseman basically in the infield grass. It's all turf out there, but where it's grass colored anyway. 1-1 count after that foul ball from Sheldon. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 on the bases right now. 1 run already across in the bottom of the second. Smith taking his time. He'll fire home now, and Sheldon on a line, gets past the shortstop. Nelson had to go back to the bag. He might not be able to score. Throws in, and that's exactly what's going to happen. It's a 1 RBI single for Matthew Sheldon. Nelson had to retreat back to the bag because there's a chance the shortstop gloved it. That ends up saving a second run, but we're all tied up 3 apiece. Mark Cottle, the tying run across home plate. Beck Reichen now to the plate with runners at the corners and 1 out. Smith steps off, runners retreat back to the bags. Looks like McConnell's going to give some signals out into the field. Reichen gets into his stance as soon as Smith comes set on the mound, and now he steps off again. Reichen kind of stands straight up in the box, a little hunch, and then as soon as the pitcher comes set, he gets set in his actual stance. Kind of rotates the bat behind him a little bit. Looks like a young Ben Zobrist. As a Cubs fan, they could never make me hate Ben Zobrist. That 2016 run was special. It's a 1-0 count to Reichen after that pitch missed for a ball. Smith comes set, so does Reichen. And that misses for a ball as well. 2-0 count now from Smith to Reichen. Number 2 versus number 2 right now. Smith on the mound, Riken at the plate. Easton Feeser currently on deck with Trey Sager in the hole for Yankton. Here's the 2-0. Riken, hard shot right to his own dugout, but goes off the fence. That's why they put those in there for protection. That fence wasn't there. Gary might have needed a new ankle. No harm done, though. Here's the 2-0 now to Riken. Inside, almost clips him. 3-1 count now to the Yankton shortstop. Did mention Easton Feeser on deck. Not somebody that Ashland would want to see come to the plate with the bases loaded, so this pitch is crucial. Doesn't want to walk him loaded with Riken here. Smith gets a call he likes, comes set, so does Riken in the plate. He'll kick and deal, and that one hits the zone. We'll get a full count. Yankton batters have been forcing Cale Smith to throw a lot of pitches today, or have been forcing Ashland's pitchers to throw a lot of pitches today. Cale Smith already in double figures for pitches. He just came in the game in relief. And looking at Bowen Vogt, he threw 37 pitches before he was pulled. Full count, payoff pitch on its way from Smith. Outside for a ball, and it gets away from the catcher. Runner's taken off from third. Sliding in head first, Easton Nelson. He's in there safe. A pass ball on the walk brings in a run, and that is a go-ahead run for Yankton. Easton Nelson heads up base running, slides in safely. 4-3 your new score. Yankton leads 4-3, and that brings Easton Feeser to the dish with 2 out, or with 2 on, 1 out. Smith fires home, misses the zone. It's a 1-0 count to Feeser here. The 1-0, Feeser took a cut at it, but only got a piece of it. Ends up going foul. One count to the left-handed hitter, Feeser. All the way back in the box. He's gripping the bat pretty low, right near the knob, so he's swinging from his heels most likely. The 1-1 tried to check his swing. They're saying he went around. Or it might have been just a strike anyway. No signal that he went around, but it's a 1-2 count. Smith with the 1-2 to Feeser. There's another chopper foul off the fence in front of the first base dugout. First base coach Trey Creer currently standing behind the fence in front of the first base dugout. You can't say that's not by design, as this one's popped up in foul territory. First baseman Hoffer giving chase, but it goes out of play.
Return all balls to the concession stand for 2 outs.
We'll get another 1-2 count here to Feeser. Smith awaits the call, likes one he sees from his catcher McConnell. Checks the runner at second. Lead runner is Matthew Sheldon. Smith fires home, up around the eyes of Feeser for ball 2. Yankton batters have been very good today at just eating pitches. And with both rotations honestly depleted after this weekend so far, should aid Yankton's cause here down the stretch. That pitch misses outside. It's now a full count to Feeser. Yankton on top, 4-3. 3 runs coming across already in the bottom half of the second inning. 2 runners on, one of them in scoring position, and Matthew Sheldon at second. With only 1 out. Here's the payoff pitch to Feeser. Wanted that one. Got him to chase, I think. And the strikeout swinging will bring up Trey Sager. Sager had an RBI single back in the first inning. Would love to add another run here. Smith taking his time. He'll fire home the first pitch of the at-bat. Misses high for a ball. 1-0 count to Sager. Sager at the plate. Tate Bestie on deck. Evan Sirk in the hole with 2 down in the inning. No guarantee we see Bestie or Sirk. Smith taking his time. He'll fire the 1-0 again. This one low and inside. Good block behind the plate by McConnell. Sheldon was ready to take off for third. We've already seen it in this inning. A pass ball on a walk put Beck Reichen at first and allowed Easton Nelson to come in from third base coming home. Here's the 2-0. Sager pops this one up. In the field of play, maybe. McConnell giving chase, but it is out. That one hit right above us. And for those who may be wondering, there was a similar situation where a pass ball on a walk for Beck Reichen allowed Easton Nelson to come home from third base. But a similar situation where there was a pass ball off of a hit by pitch with Ashland was at the plate last half inning. Once the hit by pitch happens, it's a dead ball, so no one's allowed to advance. But the pass ball on the walk, it's not dead, so players can move around still. For anybody who may have been wondering. It's a 3-1 count here to Sager. That last pitch missed for a ball, was in the left-handed batter's box. Sager comes set at the plate. Smith will kick and deal from the mound. That one in there for strike 2. And now we got another full count. Feels like every Yankton player has worked a full count in this half inning. Here's the 3-2. Runners taking off, and it's a walk. Sager drawing the walk, loads the bases, puts Beck Reichen on second and Matthew Sheldon on third for Tate Bestie. Bestie popped out to the first baseman to end the first inning, and he is the 9th Yankton batter to come to the plate this half inning. Talk about eating pitches as well. Cale Smith came in relief in this half inning. He's already thrown 26 pitches. He's almost at the same spot Bowen Vogt was when he got pulled. 37 pitches were thrown by Vogt, 14 of them for strikes. 26 pitches so far for Smith, 12 of them for strikes. Vogt did hit one player with a pitch, and Smith has been credited with a wild pitch so far in this one. Smith able to go back out of the windup here with the bases loaded. That one bounces in the left-handed batter's box, almost gets by the catcher. The good block. Sheldon was ready to take off from third. I don't believe Bowen Vogt is responsible for any of the runners on anymore, so his final stats, 1 inning pitched, 2 hits, 4 runs, all earned, no strikeouts and 3 walks. Here's the 1-0 from Smith, outside for ball, back pick to the first baseman. Tag doesn't get down, but they almost got Sager lacking off a first. .2-0 from Smith, inside for a ball to Bestie. It's a 3-0 count now, and 5th run of the game could be walked home here. Bestie most likely taking all the way with 2 down in the inning. 3-0 pitch, hits the zone, and Bestie took a step, but he was nodding. He knew it was a strike. He was trying to be hopeful, I guess. Wishful thinking gets you a long way in baseball and in life. 3-1 pitch, that one misses, and it's no longer wishful thinking. Bestie walks in a run. It'll be Sheldon to score, and Yankton has batted around. Evan Sirk led off this half inning with a walk, stole a base, and scored a run.
Right fielder, number 1, Evan Sirk.
Sirk's second trip to the plate. So 1-0 count to the first pitch, misses for a ball, and we're going to get another mound visit here for Ashland. Mound visits, once again, are brought to you by Kaiser Heating and Cooling. When it comes to heating and cooling, be the wiser and go with Kaiser. That's Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. Doesn't look like they're going to take the ball from Cale Smith, but just trying to settle things down right now. Get one more out, get out of the inning. 4 Yankton runners have already crossed home plate. 3 runners on the base paths. It's a loaded bases situation. 5 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Yankton. 3 runs, 1 hit, no errors for Ashland so far. So the home plate umpire is starting his walk out to the mound to break up this meeting of the minds. And as soon as he gets out there, it's over. Smith remains on the bump. McConnell returns behind the plate. 1-0 count here to Evan Sirk. Mentioned it already, led this inning off with a walk, stole the base, came around to score. 1 of 4 runs to come across this half inning. It's him, it's Mark Cottle, it's Easton Nelson, and it's Matthew Sheldon who have all touched home. Beck Reichen could be next, only 90 feet away. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one finds the zone. So 1 ball, 1 strike since that meeting. 2-1 count now to Evan Sirk. Excuse me. 2-1 to Sirk. That misses the zone. 3-1 count now to the Yankton right fielder, in danger of walking in another run. That ball hits the zone. We got another full count here. I've lost track of the amount of full counts we've seen in this half inning alone. The payoff pitch from Smith. Every runner moves, and it's a walk drawn by Evan Sirk. It'll bring in a run. Beck Reichen comes across to score.
Bases loaded, third baseman, number 19, Mark Cottle.
That brings Mark Cottle to the plate with the bases loaded. Looks like we're going to get another mound visit here, and I think they're going to take the ball from Cale Smith on this one. They're calling one of the guys in from the bullpen. Mound visits are brought to you by Kaiser Heating and Cooling. Once again, when it comes to heating and cooling, be the wiser and go with Kaiser. It's Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. We'll have all the changes for you when we come back. This is Post-12 Legion Baseball, KYNT, KYN-TV. We're back in 90 seconds.
Does anyone in your family have macular degeneration? At Vision Care Associates, we are dedicated to delivering the highest standard of eye care, utilizing the latest medical advancements to protect and improve your vision. That's why we offer ZX Pro, a new technology that measures the risk for macular degeneration. ZX Pro is a test used to assess macular health before signs of macular degeneration even begin. Be proactive and schedule an appointment.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
It's Hy-Vee's 3-day meat sale this Friday through Sunday. Get our special recipe brats, 8 for just $10. Pork chops, just 99 cents. Table Makers chicken breasts, just $1.99 a pound. George's chicken leg quarters, just 59 cents a pound. Whole boneless pork loin, just $1.88 a pound. Plus, save on bacon, ribs, chicken grillers, and more. Save in-store and online. Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee. Some restrictions apply.
When the summer heat is on, make sure your cooling system is up to the challenge. Kaiser Heating and Cooling has the right solution for your home or business, whether it's a high-efficiency air conditioner, geothermal system, or reliable heat pump unit. For over 77 years, we've been keeping Yankton cool with expert installation and service. Don't sweat this summer. Stay comfortable all season long with Kaiser Heating and Cooling, Yankton's most trusted heating and cooling professionals.
Welcome back in here on KYNT and KYN-TV. 6-3 your score. 5 runs have come across in the bottom of inning number 2. Mark Cottle at the plate. New pitcher on the mound. It's Kaufman here for Ashland. First pitch from him misses low for a ball. This is Hayden Kaufman on the mound now. Third pitcher to be used not only in this game, but in this half inning by Ashland. Here's the 1-1 to Cottle. Hard shot towards the third baseman. Almost takes him out of his stance, but he's able to glove it and run over to third for the unassisted putout. 5 runs come across in the bottom of inning number 2. Yankton now leads 6-3 here at Riverside Field. When we come back for the top of inning number 3, due up is Hatchenbowler, Daniel, and Hoffer for Ashland. Actually, that was originally a pitcher spot that Daniel was courtesy running in, so I assume it'd be the pitcher that we'll see, Kaufman, when we come back. Anyway, we'll know exactly who it is when we come back. Frankie Entveld on the mound. That scoreboard update, 6-3, your score, brought to you by SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, the go-to place for specialized wellness and therapy. Thank you to FloorTech. Whether your home or floor is wet, call FloorTech at 665-4839. And Sherco, proud supporter of Yankton sports. We need to be sure, make it Sherco. Frankie Entveld back out on the mound for Yankton. We're back in 30 seconds. This is Post-12 Baseball, KYNT, KYN-TV.
Look at all the pictures of the resort you'd stay in every year. All you need to do is pay reasonable maintenance fees once a year. With any contract that you're signing, read and understand everything. What happens if you cancel? Can you get out of this contract? If you feel pushed into signing the contract, you need to stop and take a step back. If you have questions, contact the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Hatchenbowler to lead off things here for Ashland. Frankie Entveld, long time in the dugout. Might have got a little cold as that first pitch misses high for a ball. Trying to work out that shoulder. He's got a smile on his face from the looks of it. He's having a good time out there. 6'3", he's working with a little bit of cushion. That one's in there for strike one. It's a 1-1 count now to Hatchenbowler. Entveld missed with the first pitch, and they sent Cohen Zarbach out to warm up. It's a 6-3 game. In a situation like this, assume that Entveld's got a fairly long leash, all things considered. It's a 1-2 count now for him, though, as the back-to-back strikes got him ahead in the count. Here's the 1-2 from Entveld. Misses away for a ball. Tried to get him to chase, but didn't get any swing at it. 2-2 count now to Hatchenbowler. By my count, this is the third or fourth time I've seen Cohen Zarbach throw warm-up pitches today alone. That includes game one. And that's strike 3 called. Got him looking on the outer half. Perfect placement there from Entveld. Sits down Hatchenbowler. Bowenvolt will continue to hit for himself from the looks of it. Oh, there we go. It's Wave Cerny hitting in place of the pitcher vote. But if Cerny comes in to hit and the designated hitter's already, well, the designated hitter went out into the field. Long story short, I don't know how the substitutions are working. We might see a new pitcher next inning, we might not. That one just missed the zone for Entveld. It's a 1-1 count now. One pitch to Cerny. In there for a strike, 1-2. Don't think the designated hitter can transfer over to the pitcher, though, because it was already being used in place of the catcher. 1-2 swung on and fouled back over the head of Johnson. It's the top of inning number 3. Yankton leads 6-3 after a 5-run bottom of the second. Both teams have scored in every inning so far. Here's the 1-2 from Entveld. Chopped foul again. Back-to-back foul balls and 2 strike counts. Entveld shakes off the first signal. Likes what he sees the second time through. Here's the 1-2. In there for strike 3. He liked it and so did the umpire. Back-to-back punch-outs. Both looking to start out inning number 3, and that brings Cale Hoffer. Hoffer struck out looking to end the first inning. That's his only at-bat so far in this one. It's been 2 up, 2 down for Entveld. Gets the call on that one, 0-1 after an opening pitch strike. And Frankie's feeling it right now. You can tell by his body language on the mound. Shakes off the first sign, likes the second one again. Here's the 0-1. That one left a little outside. Here's Entfeld, fires home. Another strike on the outer half. 1-2 count now from Entfeld. Looking for his third strikeout of the inning. Here's the 1-2 home. Doesn't get a swing at it, left it outside for a ball. 2-2 count now. Entfeld with the 2-2 home. Gets him to pop it up in the infield. Entfeld starts to drift towards it. Feeser calls him off, and that'll glove it for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, 2 strikeouts, and a pop out to the first baseman. No hits, no runs, no errors. Nobody gets left on base. We head to the bottom of inning number 3. Yankton leads 6-3. This inning break brought to you by Rise Fuel. Fuel your ambition and unleash your potential with Rise Fuel. Big thank you to our broadcast partners of First Chiropractic Center and State Farm, Roy Wilcox. First Chiropractic Center is making life better one adjustment at a time, and Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance will help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. It is Kaufman back out on the mound for Ashland here as we go to the bottom of inning number 3. Yankton up 6-3. We're back in 30 seconds with Post 12 Legion Baseball and the Lewis and Clark Classic here on KYNT, KYN TV.
A local business owner came into the UPS store with a large shipment of products for his online store. While they packed everything securely, he asked if they could also handle the international shipping. The answer? Of course they can. For over 9 years, the UPS store in Yankton has been helping business owners with both their printing and shipping needs. Whether you're sending a package across town or across the globe, they've got you covered. So stop by the UPS store in Yankton and ask them about their shipping services or current print specials.
Nelson, Johnson, Sheldon due up this half inning for Yankton. Easton Nelson to lead things off out of the 9 spot. Had an RBI single in his first at-bat, scored a run as well. That was just last inning. If Nelson wants an RBI here, he's going to have to put it over the fence or leg out and inside the Parker. Crazier things have happened. Easton Nelson's a good ball player. First pitch misses inside for a ball. Kaufman with the 1-0. Nelson gets a piece of it back into the net. Would have been in the booth with us if the net wasn't there. We're here in the bottom of inning number 3 as a curveball gets in there for a strike. 1-2 count now to Nelson. Here's the 1-2 from Kaufman. That one clips Nelson. He'll take a walk down the first base line. Cool as a cucumber as he walks down there. Didn't even feel it. At least that's probably what it'll tell you. A leadoff hit by pitch. Gets a base runner on for Yankton. Top of the order, Gavin Johnson to the plate now. Big thank you to one of our broadcast partners in Pizza Ranch. For legendary chicken and the best pizza, it's Yankton Pizza Ranch. They're on Broadway or over the phone at 665-1222. Kaufman, first pitch of the at-bat, chopped foul in front of the third base dugout. Here's the 0-1. Runner takes off for second. Nelson slides in head first. One hop to throw from McConnell. And Nelson's in there safely with a stolen base. Straight steal a second for Nelson, now in scoring position with nobody out. Johnson in a 1-1 count at the plate. Kaufman comes set. Lingers his eyes back at second base for a second. Now fires home, misses the ball low. 2-1 count now to Johnson. It's been a light breeze all day long here at Riverside Field. Been a beautiful weekend for baseball. Had a little bit of spot of rain yesterday morning, but outside of that, perfect baseball weather. And Johnson, almost a perfectly placed shot down the third base line, but it just kicks foul. It's a 2-2 count now to Yankton's catcher. Matthew Sheldon on deck, Beck Reichen in the hole. If you're looking ahead here for the post-12 lineup, that one bounces and gets away from McConnell behind the plate. Actually ended up bouncing off of Johnson himself. It's a full count now. Kaufman comes set on the mound, checks the runner at second. He'll fire home. Johnson takes ball 4. Hit by pitch and a walk. 2 free bags to start things for post 12. Got Johnson on first and Nelson on second. Most likely we'll see a courtesy runner for Johnson, and we will. Looks like Boston Frick will come out and run for him. Hatchenbuehler came out and said a couple words to the pitcher, Kaufman. Kaufman comes set. 2 runners on. Infield looking for a double play here. Nobody out in the inning. First pitch misses for a ball to Matthew Sheldon. Sheldon could add another run here if he finds a gap. Nelson at second's got a lot of speed on him. This one, though, chopper in the infield. Pitcher up with it. No play at any of the bags, so he throws over to first. It's a 1-3 put out, but it advances both runners into scoring position. That brings Beck Reichen up to the dish. A ground out to the first baseman and a walk. Came around to score a run, so 0 for 1 with a run scored on the score sheet. First pitch of the at-bat is in there for strike 1. Reichen adjusts the gloves as he steps out. Checks for a signal down third baseline. Doesn't get one, so we'll see how he approaches this pitch. Here's the 0-1. Bounces in front of the plate. Good block by McConnell. Nelson was ready to take off there at third. Boston Frick leading off a second. He's courtesy running for Gavin Johnson. Here's the 1-1. Almost hits Reichen as he ducks out of the way, steps out. Kaufman comes set. He will fire home the 2-1, and high chopper for Reichen into the glove of the shortstop, fires across, not there in time, and it gets past the first baseman Hoffer. 1 run scores, now 2 runs score. Easton Nelson was driven home on the RBI. Frick's going to advance on the error. 2 runs across for Yankton, 8-3, your new score. Beck Reichen with the RBI single. I think Reichen would have beat that out no matter what. But he does advance on the error. Easton Fieser now to the plate with a runner in scoring position. 1 down in the inning. The traditional double play not on the cards, but still we've seen some interesting double plays today, that's for sure. Don't have to look back very far. Just earlier today, I believe I do have an 8-3 double play on my score sheet. It's an 0-1 count to Fieser after he first pitch to him was a strike. So he's got a DeMarini bat out there. Runner takes off for third, throw down, gonna get there in time. Tagged out between second and third is Beck Reichen. So now the bases are empty. With 2 out in the inning. 8-3 your score, bottom of inning number 3. That one's in there for strike 2, 1-2 count. Big thank you to our broadcast partner of Stockman's Motorsports. They got a full lineup ready to get you in the fields, in the woods, or wherever you like to go. Here's the 1-2 to Fieser. Takes that one high, maybe a little outside as well for a ball. 2-2 count now. Here's the 2-2 from Kaufman. This is outside, count goes full. It's another case of Yankton working the count late. Here's the 3-2, payoff pitch, misses high. Fieser will walk to first base and bring up Trey Sager.
That'll bring up the left fielder, number 10, Trey Sager.
Sager RBI single in the first inning, walked in the second inning, stranded on the base paths both times so far, though, so not credited with a run scored just yet. Here's the first pitch to him from Kaufman. That one misses the zone. It's a 1-0 count. These classics at times can turn into a war of attrition. Guys are tired. They've played a lot of baseball. Weather's been good for it, but it still gets warm out there when you're active in the sun all day. It's a 2-0 count here from Kaufman to Sager now, as that one missed outside for a ball. Here's the 2-0. That one just gets a piece of the zone. 2-1 count now to Sager. Feeser leading off of first base. Tate Bestie in the on-deck circle. Two-1 to Sager. Misses the zone. 3-1 count now to Yankton's left fielder. Kaufman likes the call he gets from McConnell. And just missed the zone on the outer half. Trey Sager will walk down the first base line. Back-to-back walks for Yankton. Put runners on first and second for Tate Bestie. Pop out, a walk, and an RBI so far in this one. So 0 for 1 with a run batted in on the official stat sheet. That pitch misses the zone. 1-0 count here to Bestie. So then think about it again. It's been another long wait in the dugout for Frankie Intveld. Didn't let that bother him too much last half inning on the mound. Only faced 4 batters. 1-0 misses high. Or excuse me, it was 3 up, 3 down last half inning with 2 strikeouts. 2-0 count here to Bestie. Just checking the stat sheet from this morning's game. That doesn't do us much good here. Kaufman gets a call he likes from McConnell and hits the zone there, found the target. 2-1 count now from Kaufman. Here's the 2-1. Outside for a ball, 3-1 count now to Bestie. Another situation where Yankton batters are forcing the pitcher to throw a lot of pitches. Hayden Kaufman set on the mound. Fires home, bounces in front of the plate. That'll walk, the bases loaded. Feeser on third, Sager on second, and now Tate Bestie on first. Mound visit called here for Ashland. Looks like we're going to get we might get a pitching change. Coach was signaling towards the outfield, gives a fist bump to the pitcher, Kaufman. And that will do it. There it is. Kaufman will walk off. Responsible for the runners on, bases loaded situation. We'll get the changes for you when we come back. This is Post 12 Legion Baseball on KYNT and KYN TV. We'll just take 60 seconds. We'll be back in 60 seconds. I'll give you the changes.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
School may be out for summer, but now is the time to get your child's school and sports physicals. Beat the last-minute rush. Schedule your kindergarten physical and necessary vaccines, 6th grade physical and required vaccines, and for those entering 7th and 10th grade, your high school sports physical. Yankton Medical Clinic makes it easier than ever with online scheduling available 24/7. Or call today. School's out for summer, but let Yankton Medical Clinic help you stay ahead of the game by getting your school physicals now. So much care, so close to home.
New pitcher on the mound for Ashland here. Looks like it's Hunter Williams coming in to the bump. See how that affects how everything is lined up out in the field. Williams was playing in the infield. That puts Richard Hayes on third base. And Hunter Hatchenbuehler moves over to second base from third.
There we go. Bases loaded to the plate is Evan.
Hofer at first, Dunn at short, Hayes at third, Hatchenbuehler at second, Robertson right, Holston center, Johnson in left. McConnell still behind the plate. That's how they line up for Ashland. It's an 0-1 count. First pitch strike to Evan Sirk. Here's the 0-1 to Sirk. Yankton leads 8-3. Ball left outside, 1-1 count. 5-run advantage right now for Yankton. Scored 1 run in the first, 5 runs in the bottom of the second, now 2 so far here in the bottom of the third. Bases loaded. Chance to add more. Sirk pops this one up in foul territory. First baseman giving chase. He's getting basically into the Yankton dugout is Hofer, but he can't bring it in. The 1-2 pitch from Williams. Misses high and away. 2-2 count now to Sirk. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down in the inning. Bases are loaded here for post 12. Feeser on third, Sager on second, and Bestie on first. Here's the 2-2. Just misses the zone there. Full count once again. The sheer amount of pitches that Ashland has had to throw. Sirk sends this one out into center field. Will shade under it and glove it for out number 3. That is Holst out there in center to end the inning. But 2 runs come across for Yankton. They now lead 8-3, a 5-run advantage. We'll see Frankie Entveld back on the mound when we return here on KYNT and KYN TV. Scoreboard update, though, brought to you by SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, the go-to place for specialized wellness and therapy. Post 12 leads by 5. We're back in 1 minute. This is Yankton Post 12 Legion Baseball. KYNT, KYN TV, back in 60 seconds.
Buying your first home? That's a big moment. A happy, feel-good, when's the housewarming party moment. When you're ready to look for a home, start with a local FNBO mortgage lender. We're here to answer questions, personalize the experience, and share our expertise so you can focus on your search. Start your application and get pre-qualified now at fnbo.com. Your mortgage moment is just around the corner, and FNBO will be there every step. Visit our nearest branch or go to fnbo.com. FNBO is an equal housing lender.
Are you on track to retire? I'm Adam Walter, a certified financial planner with Vantage Financial, born and raised in Yankton, South Dakota. My team and I pride ourselves on building trust through clear, honest advice tailored to your unique goals. From retirement planning to smart tax strategies, we'll create a personalized plan to help you feel confident and secure about your financial future. Visit vfplanning.com or search Adam Walter, Vantage Financial to schedule a 15-minute call today.
Vantage Financial Partners is a registered investment advisor. SEC registration does not constitute an endorsement of Vantage by the SEC, nor does it indicate that Vantage has attained a particular level of skill or ability.
It's an 0-1 count. Make it a 1-1 count as we come back to live action here on the top of inning number 4. This is Brayden Dunn at the plate, the second baseman. Oh, he's been moved around a little bit, and I just call him an infielder. I think he's at short now. A lot of moving parts for this lineup. It's a 1-2 count, and that ball is fouled off by Dunn. Dunn, Johnson, Roberts, that's your 3-batter minimum. in the top of the fourth. The 1-2 sent out into left field. That'll split the gap for a base hit. Brayden Dunn getting on base for the second time today, a leadoff single. He led off the second inning with a hit by pitch and did come around to score. Dunn also stole a base in that second inning, so be mindful of that. Here comes Jack Johnson. Started the game as the DH, now playing out in the outfield. Dunn leads off of first. 8-3 your score. Ashland down by 5, but they were trailing Blair 5-0 at one point in their game as well. Came back and won that one 13-5. So it's not an Ashland team you can just count out. But Infeld been pitching very well on the mound. Here's the 1-0-1, excuse me. Make it 0-2 as he pumps another fastball by him. We'll see if Infeld switches gears here or keeps it with the heater. Comes set, working out of the stretch. Working from the left side of the mound. That throw gets past the catcher, Johnson, and taking off for second base is Brayden Dunn. He'll take the turn at 2, but won't travel too far. Runner in scoring position now with nobody out after that pass ball. Johnson now with a 1-2 count. 1-2 pitch. Misses the zone, but it was close. 2-2 count from Johnson now, or for Johnson now. Johnson at the plate, Johnson behind the plate. No known relation, but Johnson is a common name. Here's the 2-2. Johnson pops this one up in the infield. Feaser's calling everybody off right side, and he will glove it. First baseman catches out number 1 on the pop fly. P3 in the scorebooks brings up Nolan Roberts. Reached on a fielder's choice and came home and scored back in the second inning. That's been his only at-bat so far.
To the plate is number 12, Nolan Roberts.
One of 3 runs, one of 2 that came across in the second inning, but scoreless in the third and fourth so far. Roberts chops this one fouled down the first base line. Cohen Zarbach jogging towards the bullpen again, but not to warm up this time, just to get that foul ball. Here's the 0-1. Just missed the zone there from Infeld. It's a 1-1 count. The 1-1 bounces. Good block behind the plate by Johnson. 2-1 count now to Roberts. This is the 4th inning of work for Infeld on the mound. He's given up 3 runs, only 2 hits. His defense hasn't made any errors behind him. That pitch misses high. 3-1 count now to Roberts. Infeld has walked 2 batters and then hit 2 batters with pitches so far in this one. So he's given up a couple free bags, but keeping it pretty clean otherwise. Here's the 3-1. Just missed the zone, another walk. As Nolan Roberts takes first base, 2 runners on with 1 out in the inning, goes to the top of the order, Hunter Williams.
To the plate, top of the order, number 22, Hunter Williams.
Williams, who should be on the mound now, unless they make a change between innings. Carson Holst on deck, and Cale Smith is the one who's listed in the hole, but I believe Smith left the game after being pulled from the pitching mound, so we'll see who bats there. Williams pops this one up and out of play. Off the roof again. Infeld with the 0-1 home. Didn't get the break on that one. You see him kind of motioning it with his hand, too. Didn't get the snap he wanted. It's a 1-1 count as that one was left high. The 1-1. This one popped up in the infield. Bestie shades underneath it. Now he'll let it drop, and they might get a double play here. They get the lead. They run her at second. Now throw over to first. Tag down. Heads up baseball by Tate Bestie in the post-12 defense. Bestie lets that one drop. They pick up the double play. Infield fly was never called, and I think that's what Ashland's coach is wanting called there, but they never called for it. Throw over to second in time. They get the tag at third. That ends the top half of inning number 4. No runs come across. It's still an 8-3 ball game as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Big thank you to our broadcast partners of Truxedo, a real truck company, and the Fox Stop. For your daily convenience and fuel needs, make a stop at the Fox Stop. This inning break brought to you by Rise Fuel. Fuel your ambition and unleash your potential with Rise Fuel. 8-3 your score. Post-12 leads by 5. They look to add to that when we come back. This is Post-12 Legion Baseball on KYNT, KYN-TV. We're back in 30 seconds.
Buying a home isn't just about real estate. It's about investing in yourself. At the Move Group, we believe the best time to buy is when it makes sense for you. Our expert agents put people before transactions, meaning we listen first, provide honest guidance, and help you make a confident decision. No pressure, no gimmicks. Markets change, but the right home is about more than just numbers. It's about finding the right fit for your life and your future. When you're ready, we're here to help. Contact the Move Group today.
Move with Mason.
Hunter Williams back on the mound for another inning of relief. Ashland's coach still talking to the umpires about why an infield fly wasn't called. Defense is already out on the field for Ashland, and Yankton bats are waiting to go. I don't think we're going to get an overturn on that call, but throw down to second base means we are ready to go. Mark Cottle to lead things off.
All we can do is compete. Let's go, boys. Nothing we can do about anything else. We go compete.
Leading off the
Officially a 4-6-5 double play. Just the third interesting double play I've seen today from the Yankton defense. The guy who hit it didn't even get out on the play. First pitch is a strike past Cottle. Cottle to lead things off. Easton Nelson on deck. Gavin Johnson in the hole. Cottle takes that one. 1-1 count. Williams with the windup again. Bounces that one in front of the plate for a ball. 2-1 count now to Cottle. Cottle in this one walked in the second inning, came around to score. And also was the final out of the second inning as they batted all the way around back to him. He would have been the second and 11th batter of that inning. The 3-1 pitch to him, misses the zone. Cottle will walk to lead things off here in the 4th.
Cottle with the leadoff walk. Next to the plate, number 4, Easton Nelson.
Easton Nelson steps into the box. Had an RBI single in the second inning. Was hit by a pitch, stole a base, came around to score in the third inning. He's got 2 runs scored so far in this one. Been a good day for Easton Nelson at the plate. He takes ball 1. Cottle leads off of first. Gavin Johnson gets ready in the on-deck circle. Williams comes set at the mound, sneaks a glance at first, now fires home, tries to get the breaking ball to bend down, but couldn't get the snap on it he wanted. 2-0 count now from Williams to Nelson. So close to Willie Nelson there. 2-0 inside. It's a 3-0 count now to Nelson. Here's the 3-0. Nelson taking all the way, and he'll walk down the first base line with a ball 4. 2 runners on now for Yankton with nobody out. Cottle on second, Nelson on first, and Gavin Johnson coming to the plate. Top of the order back up for post 12. Gonna get an unofficial mound visit here. The infield's going to come in and talk to the pitcher, Williams. Just try to settle things down. Yankton leads by 5 right now. It's 8-3, bottom of inning number 4. Two runners on, nobody out in the inning. 8 runs on the board already for Yankton. Gavin Johnson could add another if he's able to push Cottle home. First pitch strike there for Williams. Whatever his teammates said to him did the trick for that opening pitch. The 0-1 inside for a ball. Good stop there by McConnell. The flag in left center field is moving slightly, but very light winds. Picks up a little bit when it gusts, but that's about it. 2-1 counter for that one, misses for a ball to Johnson. Nelson leads off a first. Cottle leads off a second. 2-1 as Williams comes set on the mound. He'll fire home the 2-1 pitch. That one just misses the outside. 3-1 count now. Williams in danger of walking the bases loaded with Matthew Sheldon waiting on deck. Here's the 3-1. Johnson liked that one, but was underneath of it. Fouls it off behind him. Full count. Another one here for Yankton. Payoff pitch, high and tight. Near the front of the helmet of Johnson. He'll take first base on the walk, and the bases are loaded for Matthew Sheldon. 3 straight walks to start this half inning.
To the plate, the DH.
Courtesy runner comes in for Johnson. That's Boston Frick again. He came around and scored a run last time he was courtesy running for Johnson. Williams comes set. He'll fire home to Sheldon. Misses the zone for a ball. 1-0 count to the Yankton Post 12's designated hitter today. Hitting in place of the pitcher, Frankie Enfeld. Who's pitched very well. Got to a trouble spot early, but just kind of seems to be how Yankton has had to battle in the Lewis and Clark Classic so far. Only 1 clean opening inning total across now this their 4th game of the Classic. 2-0 pitch, chopper, left side. Up with the third baseman. He will miss the tag. No, he got the tag on the lead runner. They might have even got him for going out of the baseline, but run scores and only 1 out on the play. Sheldon reaches first on the fielder's choice. Run brought in. It's Mark Cottle from third.
Number 1 represents first and second to the plate. Number 2, back Brayden.
It was Easton Nelson who got caught between second and third. Cottle comes across to score. Here's Beck Reichen with 2 on and 1 out. 9-3 your new score. Yankton on top by 6, and that one gets away from the catcher McConnell. Runners are going to take off for second and third. Now 2 runners in scoring position. And with first base open, the traditional double play ball not in play any longer here for Ashland. The Blue Jays of post 129 in the great state of Nebraska. Williams comes set for the 1-0. He'll fire home to Reichen, and this one shot into left field. That's going to score at least 1 run. They're going to hold Sheldon at third, so he goes station to station. And Reichen caught between first and second, but nobody's there covering the first base bag, so he's got a bunch of leeway to go back to it. Runners at the corners here, an RBI single for Beck Reichen.
RBI single for Reichen. Puts runners at first and third. 1 out.
Scores Boston Frick, who was running in place of Gavin Johnson. The second run scored for Frick today. Feeser now with runners at the corners and 1 out. Yankton leads by 7. 10-3 your score here in the bottom of the 4th. 7-run advantage. Should remind everybody their run rules are a little different in the Lewis and Clark Classic. It's 12 after 4 innings or 8 runs after 5 innings. Traditionally, it's 10 runs after 5 for most Class A games for Yankton. That pitch gets away from McConnell. Sheldon takes off from third. He's going to be uncontested coming home. It's now an 8-run advantage for Yankton in the bottom of the 4th. 11-3 your score. Reichen moves to second base. Here's the 1-0 to Feeser. Swung through that one there. It's a 1-1 count now to the Yankton first baseman. Riken leads off a second base. Here's the 1-1. Feeser, loud shot into center field, but it will be gloved out there in center. Riken tags from second, but he'll hustle back to the bag. 2 down now in the inning after a fly ball to center field from Easton Feeser. Trey Sager now comes to the plate. Yankton with an 8-run advantage. So if they can get 3 more outs without allowing a run, this game would end after the top of the 5th, but you never put the cart before the horse. Sager takes strike 1. It's an 0-1 count here now. Williams fires home. Sager starts to go around, and they're going to say he did go around. That one was well outside. Got him a little early on that one. Here's the 0-2 count now. Williams set on the mound. Sager has to protect. Soft chopper left side of the infield. Gets underneath the glove. But runner overruns the third base bag, but Riken dives back in safely. He might rule that one an error. It was a tough play to make at third, but the outfield scoreboard ruled it a hit. We'll see if Game Changer rules it a hit, but Sager on first base.
To the plate, number 25, Tate Bestie.
Tate Bestie now coming to the plate. A pop out, a walk, another walk, and an RBI so far in this one. It's ruled a hit for Sager. He's on first base with the single. Runners at the corners here for Bestie. Bestie takes the first pitch just outside for a ball. 1-0 count. Williams comes set for the 1-0. Fire home. That one just a touch high. 2-0 count now to Bestie. Bestie, his cleats have been made for walking today. 2 walks in this game. He was given a free bag on a hit by pitch in the first game, so he's been given a lot of free passes. He takes ball 3 there. It's a 3-0 count to Bestie. And a walk would load the bases for Evan Sirk. Here's the 3-0 from Williams. This is outside for a ball. 4-pitch walk loads the bases for Evan Sirk. Riken on third, Sager on second, Bestie on first, Sirk now to the plate. 2 walks so far in this one, an RBI and a stolen base. He was the final out of the 3rd inning as well, after leading off that inning with an RBI with a walk. No, excuse me. Yeah, that RBI walk in the 2nd inning. That pitch gets away from the catcher, McConnell. He can't find it. Riken was thinking about it there down the third base line, but the ball was close. If he takes off as soon as McConnell finds it, he would have been dead to rights at home plate. 2-0 count here from Williams to Sirk. That one almost clips him inside. 3-0 count now to Sirk. A lot of patience being shown by the post-12 bats today. Here's the 3-0. That one's in there for a strike. 3-1 count to Sirk. (3-1). Low and inside, an RBI walk for Sirk. Makes it 12-3 now. 9-run lead for Yankton. Bestie moves to second. Sager moves to third. Riken comes home to score. And Yankton has batted around again here. Mound visit. Mound visits are brought to you by Kaiser Heating and Cooling. When it comes to heating and cooling, be the wiser. Go with Kaiser. That's Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. Judging by the movement out in the field, we're going to get a pitching change here. Hunter Williams' day is done on the mound. He'll go out to right field, and we'll bring you the rest of the changes when we come back. This is Post 12 Legion Baseball in the Lewis and Clark Classic back in 90 seconds on KYNT, KYN TV.
You want peace of mind that you're healthy. Support your breast health by getting a mammogram every year starting at age 40. Multiple Avera Breast Center locations across the region offer easy access. We'll create a screening plan that makes sense for you. You have access to specialized breast cancer experts should you need it. Find a screening location near you at avera.org/breast.
I'm Colby Cookta, one of your Yankton Edward Jones financial advisors. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles on KYNT.
Call 605-653-4860 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs.
I'm Colby Cookta, financial advisor Edward Jones Yankton, member SIPC.
If you've been suffering from chronic pain or a recent injury, check us out, Lane, Reed, and Cole Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab. We offer a wide variety of treatments and techniques, including dry needling, cupping, chiropractic adjustments, and sports rehabilitation. Our mission is to ensure an individualized and efficient treatment plan to get you back on your feet.
From ankle sprains and sports injuries to neck pain and headaches, we've got your back.
Give us a call or book an appointment on our website. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy.
Now located on Summit Street across from the high school.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN TV. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Yankton's batted around this inning. Mark Cottle led off this half inning with a walk and came around to score a run. He's back to the plate for the 4th time today, the 2nd time this inning. He's got a walk, 2 walks, 2 runs, and he got out to end the 2nd. Bases loaded. Cottle with a 9-run lead for Yankton right now, 12-3 your score. And Cottle takes strike 1. This is Ty Williams who steps in, or Ty Miller, excuse me. It was Hunter Williams who was just on the mound. Miller fires another one in there. 1-1 count now. I believe Miller pitched yesterday against Yankton. I'll go back and check for you real quick. The 1-1. Cottle starts to go around, holds up, still a called strike. Ashland pitchers in this game have combined for over 150 pitches, if my math is correct. They've been forced to work hard today. Here's the 1-2 for Miller. Swung through and missed for strike 3. The 4th inning comes to an end. 12-3, Yankton up 9, and with the run rules, they're currently 3 outs away from winning this one. Ashland would have to score 2 runs to keep this thing going in the top of inning number 5. We'll see if that happens. Thank you to our broadcast partners of Buell's Cleaners for rugs, uniforms, linens, and other cleaning services. Go to Buell's in downtown Yankton, as well as Truxedo, a real truck company. Search Truxedo on Google to learn more. Yankton leads 12-3, a 9-run advantage for Post 12. Scoreboard update brought to you by SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab. You can visit them today at swatchiropracticandrehab.com. They're the go-to place for specialized wellness and therapy. Frankie Entveld back on the mound for his 5th inning of work when we come back. This is Post 12 Legion Baseball. KYNT, KYN TV, back in 30 seconds.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Rhonda Westland, right here in Yankton, can switch you over so you can start saving today. Rhonda and her team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Rhonda Westland, it's easy to switch and save. Just give her a call. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Throw down from Johnson means we are ready to go for the 5th inning. Ashland needs to score 2 runs to keep this thing going. Yankton, if they can get 3 outs while allowing 1 or 0 runs, they will win this game in the 5th due to a run rule. Winner of this game, I believe, plays at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning in the Lewis and Clark semifinals. This is the site championship for Yankton. 2 other sites, Crofton and Vermilion. They'll crown champions as well tonight, and then a wild card team will round out the final 4. First pitch is in there for a strike. This is Ty Miller at the plate, hitting in place of Carson Holst. Miller gets a foul tip back into the glove. 0-2 count now to him. Infeld for the 0-2. Fouled again. Back-to-back foul balls. It remains an 0-2 count. Infeld will wheel and deal the 0-2. Hard ground ball left side of the infield. Reichen up with it at short. Fires across on the move. Scoop it first. Not in time. Miller beats it out, but what a play. Deep in the hole at shortstop for Beck Reichen. Lead-off single with nobody out. Brings Richard Hayes to the plate, hitting in place of Cale Smith. Hayes will send this one out to right field. 2 hops, scooped up by Cirque. Now back-to-back singles, got 2 runners on. Ashland not wanting to go quietly into the night here in the 5th.
Nathan Daniel.
Nathan Daniel coming in as a pinch hitter for Hunter Hatchenbuehler. Swung through and missed there for strike 1 from Infeld. 2 runners on, nobody out. Yankton leads by 9. They can get 3 outs clean without allowing 2 runs. That'll be the end of this game here in the 5th. Infeld fires home. This one popped up and out of play. It's going to be an 0-2 count now to Daniel. Wave Cerny on deck for Ashland here. Infeld comes set on the mound for the 0-2. Tries to get him to chase. Got Daniel to lean over the plate a little bit. Thought about it long and hard, but holds up. Smart play in the batter's box. It's a 1-2 count now. Infeld comes set, working out of the stretch. Johnson setting up outside again. Infeld, this one back up the middle. Hopper to Bestie at second. Tag between first and second on the runner. Throw to first, not in time. So 1 down on the fielder's choice. Puts Daniel on first, and it moves Miller to third. Runners at the corners here for Wave Cerny. First pitch in the zone for a strike. It's an 0-1 count to Cerny here. Yankton looking for a double play ball to end the game. Here's the 0-1 from Infeld. Swung through and missed by Cerny. It's an 0-2 count now. I believe it's Cale Hoffer on deck here, but a lot of changes have been made to the lineup for Ashland. 1-2 count for that one, missed the zone. Top of inning number 5, Yankton leads 12-3. The run rule is 8 after 5, so 2 outs away potentially for Yankton. This one popped up, foul territory. Fieser working underneath of it, near the fence. He will glove it for out number 2. 2 down in the inning, and now post 12, 1 out away.
Next to the plate, number 27, Bennett Cush.
Bennett Cush will be in. He will hit in place of Cale Hoffer. First pitch to him from Itveld, misses high for a ball, 1-0 count. Outside for a ball. It's a 2-0 count here now to Cush. If Cush is able to walk and load the bases, it gives Ashland a chance to keep this game alive. Here's the 2-0. That one finds the zone. Bit of bend on that one on the breaking ball. Infeld set for the 2-1. Fires home. Cush pops this one up behind home plate. Johnson works underneath it and gloves it for out number 3. And that will do it here from Riverside Field. Post 12 are your Yankton site champions of the Lewis and Clark Classic. They'll play at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. Have not seen if the full bracket has been updated yet to see if there's a winner in the Vermilion or Crofton sites just yet, but Yankton plays at 11 a.m. tomorrow. We'll see who they play later on, and should be a good one tomorrow morning. We'll be here. Should be about 10:15 pregame, KYNT, KYN TV for your Sunday morning. Actually, might just be exclusively on KYN TV to start. I know the church service runs early on, so we'll have to see how that works out. But 12-3, your final score after 5 innings. Yankton advances to the Lewis and Clark Championship Sunday here at Riverside Field. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have your post-game report brought to you by the Move Group. If you're buying or selling, make the move with Mason and the Move Group. 12-3, your final. We're back in a couple minutes. Post-12 Legion Baseball here on KYNT, KYN TV.
Many people in our area look forward to summer with the warmer, longer days. But for some, it can be a season filled with pain. This is Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. More free time and outdoor activities can result in injuries that end in discomfort and pain. These problems may be the result of poor posture or technique, or you've simply pushed your body too far. When pain in the summer strikes, keep First Chiropractic Centers in mind, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
Turning 65 or new to Medicare? Navigating your options can feel overwhelming, but we're here to help. At Missouri River Associates, we make it easy to find the right plan for your health and budget. From Medicare supplements, Advantage plans, and prescription drug coverage, we'll guide you every step of the way. Plus, our services are completely free. Call Missouri River Associates today, 665-6885. Let us help you find peace of mind and the coverage you deserve.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT and RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Do you struggle with dry contacts? At Vision Care Associates, we have a great option. Infused contact lenses by Bosch & Lomb. Infused lenses are designed to ensure that your eyes stay hydrated and irritation-free, even after a full day of wear. Our doctors specialize in fitting these lenses for maximum comfort and optimal vision. Schedule your consultation and experience the all-day comfort and crisp, clear vision you deserve.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Buying a home isn't just about real estate. It's about investing in yourself. At the Move Group, we believe the best time to buy is when it makes sense for you. Our expert agents put people before transactions, meaning we listen first, provide honest guidance, and help you make a confident decision. No pressure, no gimmicks. Markets change, but the right home is about more than just numbers. It's about finding the right fit for your life and your future. When you're ready, we're here to help. Contact the Move Group today.
It's Hy-Vee's 3-day meat sale this Friday through Sunday. Get our special recipe brats, 8 for just $10. Pork chops, just 99 cents. Table Makers chicken breasts, just $1.99 a pound. George's chicken leg quarters, just 59 cents a pound. Whole boneless pork loin, just $1.88 a pound. Plus, save on bacon, ribs, chicken grillers, and more. Save in-store and online. Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee. Some restrictions apply.
I love 1919 root beer.
It's the best over a big scoop of vanilla ice cream. My favorite is just ice cold 1919 poured over crunchy ice. It's so refreshing. It's the creamiest root beer ever.
1919 root beer is the perfect treat. Brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients. It's the creamiest, full-bodied, alcohol and caffeine-free draft root beer available. It's a taste tradition since, well, 1919.
The Boathouse is for everyone. Axe throwing, mini bowling, shuffleboard, beanbag, golf, pool, and darts. Plus awesome food and drinks with lots of cold craft beers and other beverages. Some say the Boathouse is the most fun you can have on land. Trivia on Tuesday nights, music bingo on Wednesdays with live music on Friday night. This is downtown Yankton's fun gathering place for all ages. If you can't be on the boat or at a Bucks or Gazelles game, then it's the Boathouse.
Welcome back in here on KYNT and KYN-TV. It's time for your post-game report brought to you by the Move Group. Are you buying or selling? Move with Mason and the Move Group. We're going to start things off with your post-game coach interview brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. That's Rhonda Westland State Farm. We bring in head coach Drew Lawrence after a 12-3 victory. Coach, team discipline at the plate was really crucial today. I think you guys drew... At one point, I saw it was 16 walks as a team. I think that's what it ended up being for you as well. But very disciplined at the plate. We're able to get free bags and use that to your advantage. What's your initial thoughts after winning the site championship here in Yankton?
Yeah, that game we didn't see a lot of strikes. So we were disciplined in the fact that we were waiting for the right pitches. We didn't really play our best game, actually, overall. We still got ourselves out a couple times here and there. But Frankie was... kind of struggled in the first couple innings, which has been the theme for today anyway, and then he settled in and was really good. Little tighter zone, but he was able to get in there and throw strikes and compete, and if he can do that, then he's really tough to beat, just like we say that with a lot of guys. So good job by us, going 4-0 in this site, and we got a new tournament basically that starts tomorrow.
That's something Bryce and I talked about, and you brought it up there, that a little trouble early on. I think there's been only one clean first inning for Yankton over these 4 games. That was with Boston Frick on the mound. Even then, a couple runners got on. So it shows a lot of resiliency for your team where sometimes you find yourself in trouble, but you've been able to battle back and, as you said, stay 4-0. And you've been able to do it without really having to go to the bullpen at all. The only bullpen arm you've brought out in any of the games is Tate Bestie. And he threw 11 pitches total over 2 games. So it's been very much your starters, once they get settled in, going on for the long haul.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we kind of have to do in these tournaments. We got some relief pitchers ready to go both of the first innings of these games today, and didn't end up having to use them. So that's always good. But yeah, being able to have our pitchers go complete games and not have to worry about going to someone else. And I mean, because we're still a little shorthanded tomorrow, just like everyone's going to be, because we're holding a couple people that aren't going to be pitching. But we got some guys that are going to be able to throw for us tomorrow and haven't been able to yet, so that'll be fun to see.
That's another thing we talked about up here. It seemed like anytime you guys, either in game 1 today or in game number 2, anytime you said, all right, Cohen, go get warmed up, everything would settle in on the mound. Just perfect timing. So that was just the kick in the pants the guys needed on the mound, but they were able to settle in well.
We had that same conversation. We just assumed that we were going to send Cohen down the first inning from here on out. So, but yeah, I mean, he was on a little bit of a yo-yo, getting loose, coming back down. I asked him how many times we could do that, and he was good. He's like, no, I'm good. Like, I'll keep playing catch. It's not a big deal. So we'll probably go with Zarbach tomorrow and see how he can do.
We've already mentioned you drew 16 walks as a team, but a couple guys had a really good day swinging the bat and getting hits. 2 for 3, 2 runs with 3 RBIs for Beck Reichen, and then a 2 for 2 with an RBI for Trey Sager. Talk about how your offense has been able to swing the bat. I know it wasn't a lot of hits today. Mainly it was the walks getting guys on base.
Yeah, we've done those guys did a good job today, but 1 through 9 in this tournament have done a good job for us. We've had some big hits from Cottle, some big at-bats from Nelly and to bottom, and those guys able to do that is why we put up a lot of runs this tournament. So, Mark even smoked a ball to third there, which is what we want him to do when he's ahead in the count. That didn't result in any hits. So we just need to keep having good at-bats like we've been doing.
I believe it's 11 a.m. tomorrow you guys play for the first game, the first semifinal game for you guys. And then a win there, you go on to the championship. Don't count the eggs before they hatch, they say. But Don't know your opponent right now either. I think the other sites, they're still going, haven't reported yet. So, it'll be interesting to see who you play. But what's your mindset heading in tomorrow, no matter who you see across from you?
Same thing. I mean, we worry about us. We're excited to be able to play on Sunday, which we've done, pretty consistently in this tournament the last couple of years. So we just need to keep doing that. It looks like we'll have the Vermilion site is what we have, and looks like it's going to be either Brandon Valley or West. So someone familiar that we'll have seen before.
A little bit of preview for some guys you'll see in Class A later on. So that'll be good. And just to confirm, I think you mentioned it, Cohen Zarbach on the mound tomorrow?
Yep, that's the plan. We're going to go with Cohen. We've wanted him to. We've been trying to get him some relief innings in this tournament to start him out. He was out. He was out for a while. He hurt his leg and didn't get to play last year. So essentially that means he's been out for 14 months. So at least, and so he wants to pitch, and I'm excited to be able to see what he can do. So.
It should be fun tomorrow. We'll see Cohen Zarbach on the mound, and hopefully we're talking to you after another win at 11 and then a site championship game tomorrow, too, or a tournament championship tomorrow. Thank you for everything, Coach.
Thank you.
Have a good night tonight. That was head coach Drew Lawrence for Yankton Post 12. They go 4-0 in their site play, and they get to remain home for Championship Sunday tomorrow. Going to take another break here on KYNT and KYN TV. When we come back, we'll keep things rolling here on the post-game report. Back after this break for Yankton Post 12 Legion Baseball in the post-game.
When the summer heat is on, make sure your cooling system is up to the challenge. Kaiser Heating and Cooling has the right solution for your home or business, whether it's a high-efficiency air conditioner, geothermal system, or reliable heat pump unit. For over 77 years, we've been keeping Yankton cool with expert installation and service. Don't sweat this summer. Stay comfortable all season long with Kaiser Heating and Cooling, Yankton's most trusted heating and cooling professionals.
Look at all the pictures of the resort you'd stay in every year. All you need to do is pay reasonable maintenance fees once a year. With any contract that you're signing, read and understand everything. What happens if you cancel? Can you get out of this contract? If you feel pushed into signing the contract, you need to stop and take a step back. If you have questions, contact the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
All right, welcome back to the post-game report. This is Bryce Ladwig here, and let's get into your awards of the game. Your defensive player of the game, brought to you by Olson's Pest Technicians. And for that one, let's go with Frankie Infeld on the mound. Threw 98 pitches, 3 earned runs, and 4 total hits, 4 strikeouts. Did struggle in the first inning, maybe first and a half innings, but as we just heard Coach Drew Lawrence say, and just like the theme of the last couple of days has been rough start and then pitchers bouncing back for the remainder of the game. Offensive player of the game, brought to you by Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee is help us smile in every aisle. Back-to-back games, Beck Reichen. 3 RBIs, had a walk, 2 hits, and 2 runs in this matchup. All right, and let's get into your stat or game summary along with your stat recap. Game summary brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door, and your stat recap brought to you by Mayor Signs. Mayor Signs in Yankton on Broadway. All right, so let's go. Yankton, of course, defeats Ashland 12-3 in the site championship. A viewer's choice by Bowen Vote put Ashland on the board first in the top of the first. Trey Sager singled to center field with an 0-2 count, helped Yankton tie the game at 1 in the bottom of the first. Ashland took the lead in the top of the second inning after Hunter Williams grounded out and Nolan Roberts stole home. They each scored a run. Yankton took the lead in the bottom of the second inning after Easton Nelson singled to center field. Matthew Sheldon singled to center field, and Yankton scored on a pass ball. Tate Bestie walked, and Evan Cirk walked, each scoring a run. A single by Beck Reichen extended the Yankton lead to 8-3 in the bottom of the third. Frankie Infeld earned the win for Yankton on the mound. He surrendered 4 hits and 3 runs over 5 innings, striking out 4 and walking 3. Vogt took the loss for Ashland, the Blue Jays. The hurler went 1 inning, surrendering 4 runs on 2 hits, striking out none, walking 3. Reichen provided pop in the middle of the lineup, led Yankton with 3 runs batted in. He went 2 for 3 on the day. He and Sager each collected 2 hits for Yankton. Yankton really just had a strong eye at the plate, amassing 16 walks for the game. Cirk and Bestie led the team with 3 walks each, and Yankton turned 1 double play in the game. And Gavin Johnson had the most chances in the field with 5. Brayden, Dunn, Cale Smith, Richard Hayes, and Ty Miller each collected 1 hit for Ashland. Williams and Vogt each drove in 1 run. Yankton moves on to the site champion, or just Lewis and Clark semifinals. All the pools or sites are combining here into Yankton tomorrow. Yankton will play at 11, so pregame 10:15 a.m. right here. I think on just KYN TV. Their church service will interfere, and we don't want to not have church run on KYNT. So let's go ahead and assume that the semifinal tomorrow will be on KYN TV only. And hopefully you can join us, of course, on the Smart TV app, YouTube, and Facebook. And schedule preview brought to you by Parker Hannafin of Yankton. Well, I just gave it to you. Tomorrow. 10:15 pregame, 11 a.m. site semifinal. I'm trying to determine who they're actually playing tomorrow. Look on YouTube or wherever. I'll have the game scheduled once I officially have that answer for you. I think those games are actually just wrapping up, so I don't know quite. Not quite sure yet from the other sites who they'll be. I know that the other teams, possible Sioux Falls West and Sioux Falls East for sure, are in the